Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is episode 55 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. How are you, my friend?
Busy. Very busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, these last 2 or 3 weeks for me have been whoosh, you know, just doing everything and everything. Next week kind of calmed down, but not really, because next week's my birthday. So I've got 3 separate things going on for that.
Yeah.
And then the normal podcast. Well, I've only got 2 podcasts next week, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I hope next week's weather is a little less death heat.
Yeah. And we had that rain last night, but that got a little chaotic.
Huge storm.
Yeah,
huge storm. That was brutal.
I don't know where it touched down, but there was a lightning bolt that hit somewhere near my apartment, close enough that it sounded like an explosion, and the smell of the air in my apartment changed.
Ooh.
So it's like, oh.
Did it smell like burning?
It was like that ozone smell that you get if lightning strikes nearby.
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea where that hit, but that was close.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some big booms over here too. We're not that far away from you, so
no.
Yeah, that was a nasty storm. Not enough rain though. We need a lot more rain than that to moisten things up a little bit.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, because it's dry. It's very, very dry.
Yeah, it would be nice if it happened during the day when it's hot, instead of pouring water in the middle of the night and then just leaving it to become humidity during the day. Like, how about you cool down the day and then it dries up overnight?
Yeah. I can't remember who I was talking to. Who was it? I was having a conversation with somebody. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, you know what's weird is that Canadians talk about the weather a lot and Americans don't. And we were trying to figure out why that is. And I'm like, well, half of America is warm pretty much all year round. So they don't have a reason to talk about the weather. It's like one day, it's hot or it's hot. It's hot or it's balls hot.
Yeah.
Swamp
and
crotch.
Once in a while it gets wet. But even then it's still pretty hot.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't talk about the weather down there because it doesn't change. Up here, it's flip a coin, roll a dice. Who knows what it's going to be tomorrow? But yeah, yesterday was 45 Celsius, which I think is something like 110 Fahrenheit.
It's insane.
Was nuts. Today was a lot better, but still hot. I think it's supposed to cool down tomorrow, which is nice.
Yeah, my niece has been doing swimming lately, and I went out.
Good time for it.
Yeah, I went out to watch her because she's taking lessons, and so she's really proud of herself whenever she gets something right because she's 7. And I'd never been so fucking jealous of somebody in my life. Seeing her in that pool, I was like, I just want to jump in, please God.
Is it outside?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an outdoor pool.
Oof. Surprised she doesn't go to the big. I don't want to give the name away just because of where we are. But
weren't there, but they were somewhere else, and I don't know. But she's been having a blast with it. So
that's good. That's good. I can't swim.
It's funny because it's the same thing anytime a child is taking swimming lessons. It's like, oh, I don't want to put my head underwater. Oh, I did it. That was actually really easy. I can't do this. Oh, I did it. It was actually really easy. And just seeing that exact same progress. It's it's the same for every child, it seems.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's having fun. I was having fun watching her have fun. Good times.
Good times. For sure. The view screen was broken, so I fixed it while you were talking.
Hooray.
So, anyway, crazy couple of weeks. Hopefully things calm down a little bit. Being busy is nice, but only for stretches. You know, you need some
Yeah, well,
breaks in
it
there.
depends on like because I've been getting stuff done that I've been needing to get done, but I've also had like bullshit to deal with, so it's been
Mm-hmm.
like up and down,
Yep.
kind of busy.
Yep.
But we're headed into the weekend, so things should relax a bit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've got a lunch barbecue on Sunday for my
Ooh,
birthday. Mm-hmm. Part one of three birthday separate celebrations for whatever reason. It worked out that way.
hmm.
Okay, let's get into the show. Let's get into some housekeeping and corrections. No corrections from last week that I'm aware of. Nobody told me anything, so we're good. Don't forget, if you want the audio only edition of the show, we are on YouTube Music. So check that out. Otherwise, you can get the video edition right where you're watching it right now on
Unless you
YouTube.
are in fact listening to the audio version, in which case you don't need to go anywhere because you're already where you want to be.
It's a true statement. It feels so nice that I don't have to do anything to make that happen, too.
Hmm.
It's just there. Like, thanks. I appreciate that. And of course, don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server where myself and several others are chatting about video games, chatting about pro wrestling, chatting about world events. And boy, are there a lot of world events.
There sure are.
It's a crazy world in 2025, and it's
Hmm.
not getting any less crazy. All right, let's get into the show. I have not been playing anything new. Nothing significant enough for me to talk about. I've been dipping my toe into probably 8 different games right now,
Hmm.
and none of them are like grabbing my toe and pulling me under the water. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. So I just keep darting around, and I haven't been able to land on anything. I even tried Frostpunk 2,
Oh yeah.
which you'd think that would grab me, but it didn't. And I was like, okay, what's going on?
Well, I mean, you
Uh,
just finished the altars. Maybe you aren't in the mood for another incredibly depressing 11-bit game.
it's definitely possible.
When I finished with this war of mine, I just had to walk away from it for a nice long while because I was like, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do that to myself again.
Yeah.
Having to turn
Yeah.
away hungry children in a war zone. Oh,
And then you turn on the TV and you see the wars going on, and
yeah.
you're like,
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do something that's a little more, entertaining and a little less serious.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That happened to me after I watched. Have you seen the movie Greenland?
No.
Highly recommend. It
Okay.
is one of the best disaster movies of all time. It might be my favorite disaster movie of all time. And there's
Oh,
been
yeah?
some banger disaster movies. You know, you got like Armageddon, and I mean Deep Impact is okay, but it's the cheaper the cheaper son of the
Yeah, but
asteroid.
it's got Morgan Freeman as the president of the United States.
It does, and the waters receded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elijah Wood, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yep.
But yeah, Greenland is unreal. It's so good. It is so under. Like I hear nobody talk about that movie, and I'm like, guys, don't sleep on that movie. It's so good. It's got what's the hot Irishman that everyone loves? Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Yeah.
That guy. Yeah,
Because I was like,
and
well, there's also,
I think he's Irish. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he's Irish.
I don't know.
I
I was
don't know.
thinking like maybe thinking of Liam Neeson or
No,
something
no.
or
Yeah,
Pierce
no. Gerard
Brosnan.
Butler. I can't remember who else is in the movie, but he's pretty much the star of the movie,
Mhm.
and his family, who are all amazing actors as well. But it's just like Armageddon in
Yeah.
a sense, where it's about an asteroid that's heading for Earth and about the defense of it. But instead of this like over the top focus on the mission, getting to the planet and digging into it and nuking it, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
It's about the people, and it's grounded and realistic and dark and
Does
not
it
your
have
typical disaster
Aerosmith
movie.
on the soundtrack?
No, it does
Then
not.
it's immediately not as good.
I don't want to close. No, don't want to get copyright struck. No, it's
Oh,
fantastic
man.
though. It's so good.
I'm
It's
trying to
so good.
remember what the last disaster movie I saw was, and I think it might have been 2012.
Oh God. So if you took that movie and you just watched the action parts, not terrible. But you take everything else, oh God. No, you know what the last disaster movie I saw was that was way worse?
What's that?
Stay away from this one, folks. Moonfall.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. It is in my movie realm the second worst movie I've ever seen. Do you know what the first is?
No.
It's Transformers 4.
I only ever saw the
Or maybe it was
one.
5. I think it was 4 or 5. It was like by the end of it, I would say by like 33% of the way through it, I was like, what the fuck is happening? This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And then by the end of it, I'm just it becomes so bad it's comical where I'm just laughing at how bad this movie is. It is atrocious.
I think the worst movie that I ever saw was The Lovely Bones.
I haven't seen that, luckily.
Oh God. It's so bad.
Yeah. That's a topic for another show.
Yeah, that we keep talking about making, but keep not doing.
We need time to do it too.
Yeah,
that's a whole other thing. At this rate, we'd have to sacrifice.
We've been talking about making that show for a year.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It'll happen.
I still have the logos. They're all there.
It technically already did happen.
It technically already did happen. It was just never publicized.
It wasn't good enough to put out.
No, it wasn't.
Man, we're doing a great job of promoting it. Hey, here's this show that we keep talking about that doesn't exist, except for that one episode we made that was terrible.
I really do think that I'm going to try to bring it back, but with more people.
Yeah.
You know, I think. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in another year.
Figure out a way to use those 20 minutes of footage that were actually decent.
Yeah, 20 minutes out of 2 hours. That's a good.
Was it really 2 hours?
It was close.
Did we spend 2 hours on a Dungeons and Dragons character sheet? My God.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and the last 20 minutes were just us hysterically laughing at our own stupid jokes.
Stupid jokes, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. All right, so I've been jumping around from game to game. The game I've spent the most time with was Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah,
but I still don't. I'm not deep into it enough to give it a critical first impressions or anything like that. So
yeah,
it's all on you, buddy. For the first time, I have nothing to say.
Well, that's good because I got a bunch to say.
Cool, do it up.
So what I have been playing finally is Final Fantasy 16.
Finally,
hey, yes. So I've mentioned multiple times that it's on the list and that I want to get around to it. And last week, I finally started playing it properly. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of mixed on it. The gameplay is good. I like the combat, especially now that I have several icons that I'm linked to. So I've got, I've got many different types of attacks. I've got multiple like rounds of cooldowns, and I've got so many at this point that now when I'm finished my entire list of attacks with cooldowns, I've come basically back around to the point where the first one is almost ready to go again. So I've just got these long strings of attacks and dodges and stuff like that. And it, it's very fast paced and energetic, and I like that. It was a little slow at first. I talked about that when I played the demo, but as you unlock abilities, you just, get more and more to do. That becomes less and less of an issue.
You haven't beat the game yet, right?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No.
I mean, if you have several icons, you can't be that far off.
Well, I just got the white chocobo.
Yeah, I don't remember how far that is.
That's
how many icons do you have?
I have.
I think
3.
there's. Oh, that's okay. When you said several, I thought you meant 5. Not half. I think there's only 6, right?
No, I got. Well, I guess it depends on whether or not you count Ifrit, because Ifrit doesn't really give you attacks the way that Phoenix does. So I
Mm,
have, in addition to having unlocked Ifrit, which is a purely story thing, I have
yeah.
obviously the Phoenix, Garuda, and Rama.
Yeah, I think you have
Um,
2 left, maybe 3.
there's space on there for more. I mean, there's one for each element, so
Yeah,
there should be 3 more.
yeah. Plus, there's
Um,
probably one in the DLC, but I don't think you have the DLC.
no, I don't have the DLC.
Yeah.
Um, and the thing that I'm mixed on here is the story, which
Wow.
is kind of a problem for a role playing game. Now, admittedly, part of it is that I've been playing RPGs for like almost 30 years now. Um, and I've seen a lot of the story beats that they go through over and over again. So part of
Yeah.
me is kind of cynical about, stuff like that. But at the same time, like, I was cynical about that stuff years ago, and I've still, seen games in this genre that manage to impress me with their storytelling. Um, like the closest thing I can think of to this is Final Fantasy 12, and it's kind of nuts that Final Fantasy 12 came out 19 years ago, and we're only 4 numbered Final Fantasies away from it. When you think about how often these games used to come out, I mean, obviously they made a quadrillion spin-offs and stuff.
And
Um,
3 of the games were for 13. So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And then
but
there's 2 MMOs.
yeah, there's 2. Yeah, but like Final Fantasy 12 has a very similar story where it's about intrigue between kingdoms and stuff like
Yeah.
that. In
Rivaling
fact,
nations.
it's actually quite similar in that you well in 15 it's not as explicitly a desert nation. There's like a desert-ish area kind of near Rosaria, but it's not like it's not the desert kingdom, but it's still got sort of its barren areas, and you come from
Hmm.
a desert kingdom in 12. But anyway, I found that 12 was interesting, and 15, like there's the
16.
potential for interesting stuff there, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't come across that much. And part of the problem is the characters. I'm not really that interested in Clive as a character. He's a very reactive
Wow.
character in that
Wow.
he doesn't really do much of his own volition. He's constantly in response to other things. Now, considering where I've gotten, I mean, I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I will say the fact that I've gotten Rama means that where in the point in where I am in the story, and what role he's taken on after that point, because there's that jump ahead in time,
Mhm.
and he's now a much more important figure in this
Yes.
resistance that they've got than he was before.
Yeah.
So that might change. He might take on a much more active and assertive role in the story, but up
Yeah.
up until this point, he's just been very much, I other people are telling me what to do, and I do it because we have the same goals, you know. And like Jill is even worse. She's almost like a non-entity. She just basically does. She goes with Clive and does whatever he does, and so far she hasn't really had any interesting contributions to the story other than, oh my god, she's the dominant of Shiva and we almost killed her because I didn't realize it was her. But that's where she gets reintroduced to the story.
I do remember thinking Jill was very underutilized. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. And like I think especially because of like what she'd been through during that 13-year gap between the prologue and when the game starts properly, like can we get some backstory on that? And so far it's been like a 2-sentence explanation, and
Mm.
that was it. Like that's all the character development we got out of her, and she's just there to tell Clive it's not your fault on whatever thing he's depressed about, and all that. It's very it's just like I said, she just feels like an accessory, like somebody for Clive to talk to when he needs to talk to somebody in a cinematic, and not really like she's doing anything. Um, part of the other problem is that the most interesting characters have largely been the bad guys,
Mm.
and they keep dying.
Yeah, that's true
And
too.
it's like, oh, that's an interesting character. Oh, she's dead.
Have you met the big bad yet? I can't remember when he's introduced or she.
No,
Okay.
not not yet. I mean, I know who it is,
Oh, okay.
but I not yet. Um, well, I mean that that depends. Are you talking about the big human bad guy or the big non-human bad guy?
The latter.
Because technically the answer to one of those is yes. Um, like I will say I have seen Ultima, you know,
Mm.
so that's a thing. Um, but yeah, like Benedicta seemed like she had cool stuff going on, and this happens early enough in the game that I can say that. I don't think it's a big spoiler,
The
but then
game's been out for a while.
it's been
If you
out
haven't
for a
played
while.
it,
Yeah,
but you're probably
um,
not going to.
yeah, like she seemed like she had an interesting thing going on. There was intrigue with her. You know, there was a clear allusion to like a backstory and the reason why she's like this, and now she's dead.
Mm.
Okay, so we're just never going to get any following up on that. You know, this character who seems like just outright evil and cruel for no reason, but you find out, oh, she's stuff that happened to her in her past hardened her and made her like that, and maybe she doesn't really want to be that way, but it's the only way she's managed to survive. No, she's dead. She's dead. We'll never get any closure on that. She's just dead. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. There's another character in the game who I won't name because they're a more important character who sticks around longer, who maybe could have filled us in on that. No, he's dead. He's dead now.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot of dying in this game for sure,
yeah. Also, he was
which
my
is kind of a
favorite.
theme.
He was
But
my favorite of the characters that I had been interacting with on a regular basis, and now he's dead. And it's like I had a feeling that this character was going to die because he
yeah,
filled the role where you might as well have a neon sign above his head saying "I am going to sacrifice myself for the main
mm-hmm.
character" at some point. But like,
Mm-hmm.
what bothered me about his death was not, oh man, that character who was so cool is gone. It's, oh no, the character who has personality is gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um, I like
things do
I
change and evolve, so I'm definitely interested to hear what you say
that's
once you
good to
beat
hear
it. But
because the thing that's really been carrying me on this game so far is the combat. Because
yeah, the
there,
combat's amazing, so
there's
fun.
there's it's just like there are moments where I feel like there's so much potential for the story, and it just doesn't seem to do a lot with it. The
Mm-hmm.
other thing that's been bothering me is the framing, like to borrow a movie term here, the cinematography, like where you not just how you show things but what you show is really bizarre. So here's another plot point that's not going to be a big shock or surprise to anybody because it's a Final Fantasy game. The crystals are a big deal, and the mother crystals are the source of the problem. You know
Mm-hmm.
that the land
Yeah.
is dying. They're sucking all the energy out of the land. It's and we got to go destroy them. It's almost like another game that I once played where the big evil organization was sucking the life out of the planet through a sort of stream, and you had to play a cast of characters who had to destroy these things. Let's call them reactors.
You will definitely find that this game has several odes to previous games
Oh
for sure.
yes, oh
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
yeah. Which all of the Final Fantasy games
Hey, I
do, but
mean, yeah, it's a
this one in
consistent thing.
particular is like it's like they take that the Earth kind of
Yeah,
stuff from Final
yeah,
Fantasy VII. You've
yeah.
got a bunch of the nation warring stuff from Final Fantasy 12. You've got the main baddie from Final Fantasy 1. You've
Mm-hmm.
got like you got the um icons, which is very
This
reminiscent
the
of like
summoning
10.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
odes,
yeah.
for sure. And then a main character who's you know been in all of them basically.
Yeah, a
Um,
character who had a high rank but then is demoted, and you know that was my first Final Fantasy game. Was Final Fantasy IV.
no, no,
But there's
yeah.
a point.
Story aside, it's the ending is well, we'll get there
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
when you
But
beat it. But
the thing the particular point that I'm trying to make is that they're in Sid's office. They're talking to him. Blah blah blah, and then it cuts away to show the king or emperor or whatever of the the kingdom, talking about how, oh well, the blight is so bad we're going to have to break the pact and attack our neighbors to the south to conquer their territory so that we can have fields on which we can grow crops, because the blight is killing the land and turning it into
right,
lifeless dust.
yeah,
um and I was like, okay, all right, so motivation from the villains, okay, cool. And then it cuts back to the party, and it's like, what did you just say? The mother crystals are siphoning the ether and killing the land? It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did Sid have that conversation while the camera was elsewhere? Did you
mm,
seriously just reveal the big problem while the game was showing something else to the player? You revealed that off camera, and then you came
mm.
back the minute after and just had them recap it? Who decided to write it that way? That's such a bizarre way of framing what should be a really important conversation between the characters. Like, we'll just do it off camera and then immediately recap it because it was off camera. Why not just do it on camera? Maybe have revealed that a little bit earlier or a little bit later. Just maybe not pair it like back to back with this other scene that requires you to take the camera and put it elsewhere. Like, it's such a
I can give you a little bit of context as to why there's some jankiness, I guess is the best way to put it, in because I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah.
It happens a lot in the game. There was a lot of last minute rewrites. Um,
Oh.
and you can usually tell where they are in situations like that, but you can also tell where there was some like last minute tweaks to the game. I don't know if you've gotten to this point yet. It's not a spoiler, but there's various points in the game where it's like, here's 80 side quests.
No, I'm not there yet, but
Okay.
I'm looking at all because there are multiple types of side quests. I just got my first like mark, where this super strong monster just shows up and you have to fight them. And it's
Mhm.
like that was introduced not very gracefully.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
there's also a Moogle floating around at the base, and there's this big bulletin board, and the Moogle says, "Don't worry about that for now. We'll talk about that later." And I'm going,
Yeah.
"Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
I
That
wonder
becomes
what
very
that's
important
for."
later. Yeah. Yeah. It once you realize that they did a lot of last minute changes to the game, you kind of look back and go, oh, that
Yeah,
explains this,
I
that, and the other
I
thing.
was kind of getting the sense that maybe there was something up during this game's development, because, like you said, it's not the only time that happens. Like when I destroyed one of the mother crystals, again, not really a spoiler. You know, it's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Um, the whole, like, the cavern in which it's located is crashing down around the characters, and then the camera fades out, and then it goes 5 years later. I'm like, how did they get out? They were unconscious.
Mhm.
What?
I
How?
think I when you initially said that on Blue Sky, I didn't remember it, and then like the next day, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember being like really jarring, having a really jarring experience with that. I think they explain it later, but I don't know for sure.
I
But I
mean,
do
I
remember it.
I assume that it was probably a character who shall remain nameless, because that is kind of a reveal. Um,
Yeah.
Probably got them out. Oh, but with regards to that character, whose identity I will not give away, um, It was really weird how they revealed that character's identity to the player in a
But
completely otherwise generic cinematic. But then when you go back to Phoenix Gate and you expect maybe this is where Clive is going to figure out or discover
mhm.
who that hooded character is, no. It's just, I am Ifrit. Yeah, we know. We figured that out. First of all, you, Clive, figured that out like 3 hours ago. So you're just reiterating a thing that we already did. Granted, we get to have a big, cool battle in our mind arena. That's fine. But like, you already had this epiphany. Like
Yeah,
like I played that earlier today. You just
I
had that.
do. I do remember that reveal being very weird, where I
Yeah.
was like, this was drawn out and kind of oddly
Yeah.
paced. Like
Yeah.
it definitely felt like so yeah. There was very clearly a lot of rewrites and last minute changes that they couldn't just perfectly iron out in time.
Yeah.
Um, and you'll see with the side quests. Make sure that you do all the side quests. By the way, I
Yeah,
don't want to. I don't want
I've
to.
heard that doing the side quests is important because, well, and I know because there's a point of no return that I got,
Yes,
and
there's multiple points of no return in the game.
yeah,
So
the
as
fact that
soon
they
as you
put
see
that
that
into
them,
the UI as like a
yeah,
warning that pops up, I'm like, okay, this is going to be a thing. I had
yes.
better do those side quests before I move on to the rest of the game. So
The
I am,
second you see side quests, just don't
y-
pursue the story. Just
yeah,
go do the side
that's
quests.
exactly what I've been doing.
And unfortunately, there is something you can miss, and I did, and
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't let you go back and fix it, which
Oh
is really irritating because it's a requirement for like, I mean, you know, Final Fantasy games, legendary weapons and stuff like that. There's a legendary weapon that you can't get if you fuck this up, and
yeah.
it made me so mad. I'm like, I'm not replaying a
Is
50-hour
it like
game.
that thing in Final Fantasy 12 where if you open certain chests, you can't get the game's ultimate weapon?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean,
It had something to do with the crafting, which you might not even be
yeah, there's
doing yet.
crafting. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
doing some,
it's
but
very light crafting, but
yeah, it's super light crafting, but they keep giving you ingredients for it.
yeah, you do need it later on in the game. But yeah, there's a point at which I think if I can't remember the specifics, but I think there's a specific material that you can only get once,
Yeah.
but you can use it on multiple things. So if
Ah,
you use it on one thing, then
I've
you
been
can't get the
wondering
other thing.
about that.
Yeah. But it's the only thing in the game that is like
Yeah,
like a left or a right, you know,
yeah,
and it sucks because the left sucks. You know, the right is where you really want to be.
yeah.
So I was really pissed off at that. Yeah. Also, if you haven't already been, you know, if you haven't already noticed, you will eventually notice that this is very clearly designed by the Final Fantasy 14 team.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've my experience with Final Fantasy 14 is limited to like 15 minutes at a demo kiosk at a
You've played MMOs though,
I've
right?
played MMOs, yeah.
Yeah. So you will eventually be like, oh, I see now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
You'll be like, oh, here's some rewrites. It might not even be rewrites in those situations. It might be balancing issues where they
yeah.
were like, these battles in the story were a little bit too difficult, so let's plop in some extra
Mhm.
side quests to beef people up if they need to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've also been noticing like this game has been pretty good about popping up things and saying, "Hey, here's this mechanic we're introducing." It
Yes.
seems like there's now a reputation mechanic in the side quests or in some of the side quests, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
And
But
I don't
you'll kind of unlock more of that later.
okay, cuz I don't recall being given a tutorial about that. I just noticed there's now like an extra resource that I'm getting at the end of side quests, which I assume is like fame or infamy or something.
Yeah. You may have already mentioned
Oh yeah.
something that connects to that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will
But
say that
man,
these battles we're looking at one right now, or we just
we
were
were
in
yeah.
icon form.
The
Those are
icon
fucking
battles.
fun.
Those are beyond epic. They are.
Yeah,
So, one of them is really stupid though. And I
Well,
think you've
yeah,
done it already.
I'm sure there's probably a few dumb ones, but there's one
Well,
in the.
dumb's not the word. Ridiculous is
Oh
the
yeah.
word. And you've definitely done it already. The one where they're falling.
Oh, is
I
that the
think it was the Phoenix one
yeah, the Phoenix? Well, yeah, that's the
where
first
you're
one
like
in the game.
falling for like 10 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
questioned my sanity at a certain point during that battle. I was like, why are we still falling? Why are
Oh,
we not on
because
the other side of the
I can
planet by
tell you
now?
exactly why. It's because they were falling down the shaft that Snake had to climb up in MGS3. Hit the ladder.
Exactly. Or that Gandalf and the
Yeah, yeah,
Balrog
yeah,
were falling
yeah,
down. It was like, okay, when are we hitting rock bottom here?
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
that
but
was a
they are
fun one.
amazing though. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, no, it was super fun. Yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah, no,
Also,
those battles are amazing.
another thing that this game has kind of remind me of, and it was solidified because I heard a certain word used, but it also kind of makes me think of The Witcher 3, but like maybe not as good in some ways. Um, just the wandering around getting like crafting stuff that I almost never use. And then one character used the term whoreson, which is used all the time in The Witcher 3. And I was like, okay, they've definitely been playing Witcher 3 over there at Square.
Yeah, no doubt.
Um,
I kind of compared the game, or felt like the game was like a cross between Devil May Cry,
yeah,
and like I don't even know, like God of War almost.
kind of.
The old God of War, not the new one. And
Also,
then an
can I
MMO.
say that at least for the fire abilities, I found that the two default ones they give you were the only really useful ones. There's two more. There's like a lunging dash and one where
Yes.
fireballs orbit you. And I was like,
Hmm.
these suck. Well,
The lunging dash is what I use.
really, the lunging dash is okay, but I found like it was also really easy to miss if I wasn't locked on. And then the fireballs were like pointless. They did
Yeah, they were
like,
bad.
They did like 2-digit damage, and I think they were doing like 12 damage per hit when I was at level 20. I'm like, why would I ever? I can either use this and have it do nothing, or I can use that like big circular spin attack and have it do a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah.
So
no, there's definitely some combos
definitely
that
some
make more sense.
some better ones. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
there's
say the
definitely some better
Garuda
ones.
ones that we're watching right now, I use that shit constantly because you know how you
Yeah.
could wear
It
down
gets your thing up. You have
Yeah,
the mini bar, right?
yeah. Well, the stagger where you
Yeah,
can
the stagger. Yeah.
the one with the where you keep hitting the button to just keep swiping with the claws. That melts the stagger bar. Like it can take down like half the bar on basically any boss. It's amazing. It doesn't do that much damage, and at first I was like, "This is
What's
okay."
the point of this?
What's the point of this? And then I noticed how like just how much it was eating away at the stagger bar, and I was like, "Oh, that's what they want me to use it for."
Yeah.
Now I get it.
The ultimates are amazing too. Just
yeah. The limit break. I mean, the limit break is okay. It's basically, hey, you're wrapped in fire and you do more damage, which okay, I'll take it.
Fine.
It's good for popping if you want to get rid of a bunch of enemies really fast, and because it builds up really quickly. It's not like you're should I save it or should I use it? It's like no just use it.
Pop it.
Just use it. It's like meter in a fighting game where you have super meter. If you've got it, use it because every hit that you do and every hit that you take is going to be building it. So you're going to be constantly building it. So just use it. Once you get it, use it.
I usually kind of gauged it and waited to see if I could save it for a boss, so I could start off the battle with it like fully ready to go. But yeah, you pretty much want to use it.
Yeah, you build it up so fast. It feels like they really want you to use it as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing, and it's been making short work. I had to fight like 7 enemy soldiers at once, and I popped it, and the fight was done in like 15 seconds. Yeah, it was like that. Because not only do your hits do more damage, but you hit like twice as fast. So you're going through your combos way faster. And it just melts them.
It's
completely.
It's funny to me because like in Devil May Cry, I can't do the combos. Like they're just so complicated for me. But in this game, I'm like, oh, like it's almost like they've taken the Devil May Cry formula and been like, okay, let's simplify it a little bit, but make it
Yeah.
still be cool. You
Yeah,
know,
Devil May Cry has a lot of like
button
hit,
combos and
wait, and then hit.
yeah,
Like it's not just like hit the button this many times. It's hit the button 3 times, then wait, and then hit it 2 more times to do this specific attack.
yeah. I hate
Yeah.
that shit. I would
Yeah.
rather just be like, hold down trigger and press this button to do this, hold down trigger and press this button. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just do different trigger holds instead of this whole like slash wait slash.
Oh, this
You know,
scene
it's
that they're
like,
showing right here, that was a brutal side quest where the girl's
oh,
like, "Oh,
the
I've
girl.
lost my pet," and you
Yeah,
find her dead pet. I was like,
yeah.
"Ooh,
It's
oh,
so
that's
funny.
dark."
Yeah, it's so funny. Some of the side quests are really good,
Yeah.
and then a lot of them are
Well,
fetch
the
quest
other one in
bullshit.
that same area where the guy's like, "Help! My son's being attacked by a wolf," and you go and kill the wolf, and the kid freaks out at you, and then you realize, oh, this is just a game that this asshole and his son play, where the kid pretends to be in danger, and then his
Oh, that.
dog tears apart the bearers that they send. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
And I was like trying to figure out how
that
to,
move, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was that the one you don't like?
It
That one?
it's okay if you're locked
Oh,
on.
yeah. I love
Otherwise,
that
if you're
move.
not, and I don't lock on that often because enemies surround
Mm,
you really easily.
yeah.
I usually kind of bounce back and forth between them. It's just not good for my combat style.
And
Um,
the other thing I was going to ask was how good are you at? Let's see, the
the
dodge.
dodge.
Yeah.
I'm all right at it. I find it
Ooh.
is sometimes difficult to gauge when to dodge because, well, look at how many effects there are on screen.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to see through all those effects to see where the enemy is in their animation.
So
Um,
uh,
but
uh,
when I'm doing one-on-one stuff, I'm usually pretty good at dodging.
okay, yeah. I was gonna say you're gonna have to get good at it if you want to do any of like the extra end game type
Oh
content
yeah,
where you're like hunting down the bounties and
yeah,
doing some of the crazier battles because like you're dodging like every 3 seconds. Like it's like dodge, get it, dodge,
yeah,
dodge. Like it's and if you don't, you take some serious damage. Yeah, that part's fun. I
yeah.
love the slow mo dodge. It's so cool.
A lot of games they'll have like Bayonetta, for example, will have like a flash when the
Yeah.
enemy's about to attack. This game doesn't have that. So it
No,
really
no, it
forces you
doesn't.
to pay attention, which I'm fine with. But like I
Yeah,
said, seeing
it's
through
still tricky sometimes.
all the fire effects, because your character, like if you hold down the attack button, your sword bursts into flames, and then you
Hmm.
release an extra hard fire sword attack. So there's constant fire everywhere all the time.
Speaking speaking of that,
Yeah.
this game's fucking gorgeous.
It is, although there are some moments where I'm like, that doesn't look right. It usually has to do with environmental lighting. Like I
Yeah,
walked into a
yeah.
room where there were a bunch of candles, and the candles are there and they're lit, but there's no like flickering firelight going off around them. I'm like, yeah, but these can,
That's some of the MMO style crap
yeah,
that you
yeah,
yeah, because MMOs can't do that kind of lighting just
yeah,
because
because
of the
they gotta be mindful that you could have 50 characters on the screen, so you got to reserve
exactly.
your rendering budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed weird to me because it was like I'm in the hideout's library and there are lit candles here for reading, but they're not illuminating the
Oh,
surroundings.
one thing I just remembered was the dog. Did you turn the dog off or turn the dog on or what? How do you
I
deal with
didn't know
that?
you could turn the dog off. Torgal's
Yeah,
just been chilling.
yeah. No, there's if I remember correctly, there's like a manual option for the dog and then an automatic version, and I think I turned him off because I was getting pissed off at whatever his AI was doing, or it was the opposite where the AI was really good and it wanted me to manually do it, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'll just
Oh,
let
you mean
him
like
control
issue
himself."
commands to the dog?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. It was one of those two. It was
Yeah,
one of the
there is a thing like I can like with the directional buttons, and I'm not really sure what it does. Like I'll say heal, and then he won't heal me, so
mm,
I don't know if there's like a cooldown on when you can tell him to do stuff or
I
what.
think so.
I
Yeah,
just let him do his thing. He usually distracts an enemy and keeps them off my back.
Yeah. I
Although
can't wait to replay this game now.
I will say there's two things about the way it handles multiple enemies that I really like. Number one is that there's a threat indicator that shows you the enemies who are around you but are off camera, so you know where
Mhm.
they are. And number two, the icon, the bulge on the threat indicator, it's like a triangle or whatever. They all have them now. Um, it shows you how much health they have. If it's
Mhm.
it'll be like a filled triangle if they're at full health, and it'll be like a half red, half black if they're at half health. So it lets you know just at a glance which enemies in which direction are the
Right.
weakest ones and you should target next. I really like that. It's a subtle touch. I find
Yep.
it really, really helpful. So
Yeah. No, I agree.
love that. I'm honestly, the interface in this game is great. Like
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
it's really easy to see which icon you have equipped. It's easy to see how much meter you've got built up. Like they did a great job in that regard. One other
Yeah.
thing about this game visually is that I find some of the environments and the architecture to be kind of plain, very medieval
Mm.
European kind of
Yeah.
thing, which I get, but like Final Fantasy games are usually known for their really brilliant architecture.
Mhm.
And there is some of that here when you go to the fallen ruins.
That is amazing right there. That's so
Yeah,
cool looking.
that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And the environment that's in there, the crystal mine,
Yeah.
fucking fantastic. Love
Gorgeous.
it. And
Yeah.
the enemies that are in there that are corrupted and have like the whole like crystalline bodies, they look great. Like it's these moments of this is just yet another medieval stone brick fortress, and then we've got some really cool shit. Now it looks like a Final Fantasy game. Oh, now we're back to the whatever. And I almost feel like in a way this is kind of like this is what Final Fantasy 1 would have looked like if we could do those graphics, because Final Fantasy 1 is kind of like that, but also like Final Fantasy 1 has the limitations of the NES where it's like, well, you can only have so many tiles in memory. So all the towns and all the castles are all going to look the same. They're all going to use the same like stone path and same brick wall text or sprites in the game because it's an NES game. But like even going back to like Final Fantasy 4, the different towns in the different regions have slightly different looks. Like they're sort of
Yeah.
sandstone colored in the desert town, and
Mhm.
they're stuff like that. So everything here, or all of the modern quote unquote buildings
Yeah.
in the game, at least so far where I've been, just kind of being gray stone bricks. I'm kind of like, they're nice looking castles, but they all kind of look like one another. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
there to be more variety.
There's definitely more variety later in the game.
Yeah, there's
I
still a
wouldn't.
bunch of places on the map that I haven't been to. They don't even have pins in them for me to travel to yet. So I'm like, okay, there's
No.
there's definitely going to be more here.
Yeah. I would say that most of the time it's not. It's kind of underwhelming in a lot of the ways. The If I remember correctly, when I talked about this game the first time, which I think was pre you on this show,
Potentially.
if I recall correctly, um, was that this game is a super solid foundation for the future of Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they took this and were like, all right, this is what Final Fantasy is going to be moving forward. Let's elaborate on this because this works.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that, and I really hope that that is the plan, because 15 was like a beta for
Mm-hmm.
this. You know what I'm saying? And then this was like version 1.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because you can do the Phoenix shift. It's like the warp strike in 15, including
Yeah.
the fact that there is a special attack if you push the attack button while you're still in the middle of the shift. It comes out as an extra powerful attack, both for your physical and your magical attack. You can
Yep.
pop down airborne enemies by doing the magic burst out of the Phoenix shift. It's really useful for those flying enemies, knocking them down to the ground. I do it
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree. What I would like to see going forward is I would like to see the ability to control multiple characters, like how the
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII remake does, where you can cycle between them.
Yeah, you're only Clive the whole game.
Yeah,
So
which is like I knew that was going to be the case going in, but I was kind of like, But
Mhm.
there's so much potential for more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is there the foundation for some like a 10 out of 10, type game is
Yeah,
here.
but I also
Um,
to like I agree with you, but to a certain extent, like that foundation already was there with the Final Fantasy VII remake, because the Final Fantasy VII remake also
yeah,
has really good combat, but it also
I,
lets you choose between characters. It's not quite as actiony as
no, it's turn
16
based
is.
still. Really, you're not really
Well,
like
it's real
you're not in
time
control.
in the Seven remake. Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
it's
You're
there,
moving
but
around.
the guys are still like it's basically like an active time battle system still though in that game. It's
Kind
not an
of.
action game because there's still commands that you give and there's still recharge meters and there's still walking around and like it. If they just all stood still, there's really nothing
Yeah. Okay.
different about it from like a turn-based game, with the exception of sometimes you have to like go behind cover to avoid attacks or stuff like that.
Yeah. But I
Whereas this one's like it's a Devil May Cry like.
it
Yeah.
is. But I don't know, because I kind of like having a menu to choose magic from, because it means that I have more than just like one spell available to me.
Hmm.
Like I'd love to use like healing magic or something. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
there
agree
don't
there.
even seem to be status effects in this game. Like I've never been
No,
poisoned or anything, which
no.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. Like the foundation is here for
Yeah,
like a much better game.
yeah,
As long as they keep with this engine and this style, I think the next game could be just unreally, good.
yeah,
We're going far on time here, but
yeah.
before we move on, how about that music?
Oh yeah, the music's great. I mean, it's a Final
It's
Fantasy game.
amazing,
Yeah,
so good,
I really
especially
like.
in those icon fights.
Yeah, I really like the battle music. It starts out with
Yep.
just a hint of that like 9-note opener that the Final Fantasy battle themes have, but it flows into the music, and the music flow from, because it's not like, oh, you won a battle, you get the victory music, and then the rest of the
No.
music restarts. Like it's in and out because it all takes place in real time,
Yeah. There's
and it
no
handles it really
loading
well.
screens or anything. Yeah.
One more thing that I want to say about this is that
Mhm.
this game is, I mean, it's not super linear in the way that Final Fantasy 13 was.
But it is pretty
It's
linear.
more linear than some of the other games, but honestly, like I'm thinking back to 13, and if it had combat like this, I wouldn't have been bored to tears by it,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
13's combat was the kind of thing that looked like it might have been cool, but then when you play the game and figure out you only control lightning, it's like, well,
Mhm.
then why am I issuing
And you can
commands?
just spam attack and get
Yeah,
through the whole game.
why
Like,
why am I issuing commands if I'm only controlling one character? Why not do something more interesting than that?
I think 13 was the game where they wanted to go full action, but they were too scared to do it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Really feels like that way. Because I
I
think in 13.3 they went kind of a more
Yeah, I
action.
have not played that.
Yeah,
I
neither
only
have
played like the
I.
opening of 13, and I've not
Yeah,
played
me too.
anything else in that. That whole thing, I will never get the full story, but I would love to know what the full story behind the scenes with that was. Like, what were they
Yeah.
thinking, and what changes, like how much did they change based on the reaction to 13? Cuz like 15 got rebranded to not be part of 13 anymore.
Mm.
That other game, Type Zero, got rebranded to not be part of 13 anymore. So it's like,
Hmm.
I would love like a tell-all book from somebody at Square Enix being like, this is what happened.
And this game was versus.
No, no, no. 15 was versus.
You sure?
Yeah. Remember they had that whole thing where they had Final Fantasy 13 versus, and then they
Oh
showed
yeah,
the
yeah,
logo
you're right.
morphing into 15.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love the game. It definitely opens up more. So
That's good.
you'll get to explore more. And you may have already found secrets that are like not doable. Like you
Hmm.
just can't do them. You may have found some like pillars
Yeah,
that
I found something where he's like, "Oh, this is like the one at the base, but
won't
it
do
won't light
anything.
up," or this symbol it looks familiar, and I'm like, "Okay, that's clearly for later."
Yeah, yeah. Lots of return visits,
Yeah,
and What's cool is that the areas that you return to get new stuff too. It's not
Yeah.
just like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I've
it's not
noticed
just stuff
that.
that was already there. It's you can return and things change.
Actually, one more thing I will say about this.
Hmm.
I love the fast travel system in this game.
Yeah, it's great, right?
It you can pull it up not just from the area you're in, like you see here in that clip
Yeah,
we were just looking at, but you can go to specific obelisks in other zones. Instead
yep,
of having to go back to the world map, you could just go to the world map from within the map menu and
yep.
then just go straight there.
It's beautiful.
It's so convenient. It's so nice. Thank you, Square Enix, and it loads fast.
Yep,
Like
very good
it
loading.
just loads like any other zone. It's not like you have to do two load screens because you're not jumping out to the world map. You're just jumping to different local maps.
Yep,
So, boom. It works so good. It's perfect. Like it's one of the best fast travels I've ever seen in a game for how
yep.
well it's implemented.
And we haven't even mentioned the encyclopedia system in the game.
Oh yeah.
So good.
That's been endlessly helpful. I mean, we've
Oh my
talked about
god.
that in previous episodes. That is
Yep,
one of the best. That might
yep,
be the single best addition, like to the franchise that this
yeah,
game has made,
yeah,
because there's so much to keep track of. There's so many.
yeah. They
There's
say a
so
word, and
many.
I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh wait,
Yeah.
I can just find out right now.
There's so many
Cool.
named NPCs that you know, but
Who
they
are
never
you?
join you. So it's like, who are you again? Oh yeah, you're that person who does this, who does that.
Yeah. Tells you all about the kingdoms, tells you everything you need to know. And it's
Yeah,
not overwhelming. It's not just like, here, look it up in this encyclopedia. It's whatever scene you're in,
yeah,
they know the things that you should know. So
yeah.
you click it and just five things come up and you're like,
And
oh,
there's a guy
yeah,
back at the headquarters who lets you access all of that information.
yeah, yeah. And he keeps track of it for
Yeah,
you and like
yeah,
organizes
and it
it.
keeps adding to it as you go through the game, so it doesn't spoil anything. It just shows you
Yeah.
what you've already seen, and it's like having a wiki for the game's story built into it.
Built
It's
in.
great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Every game
Thank
that has
you.
has a
Every role
complicated
playing
world
game
needs
should
that.
have this.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
single one. It's so
100%.
so helpful.
If they drop that and it's not in future Final Fantasy
I
games,
will I
that's
will I
outrage.
will riot. That
Yeah.
it is such a great idea.
Yeah.
I
100%.
honestly I'm surprised that this hasn't been the standard since like 20 years ago. Like
Yeah, I
this
know.
should have been a thing ever since games were on DVDs and you just basically had unlimited space to
Well,
archive everything. Oh my
I,
god.
I, I think it's going to become a more standard thing for
I
RPGs
hope
because
so.
I've played a game recently that had that system in it. It wasn't exactly the same, but it was similar.
Yeah,
Um,
there's games that have had stuff like this in it. Like Tales of Symphonia had a journal system where the characters would write like in character entries recapping the story, which was perfect if you didn't play the game for like 3 months and was like, "Where
that's
was
true.
I?" And you come back
Yeah.
to it and you're like, "Oh, that's great."
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean specifically like this, where
yeah.
it's like,
Specifically like this, that gives
yeah,
you like
I think
pages of
Metaphor was the
information.
game I played
Oh
that
yeah.
had it, which I still need to get to.
The
Um,
Witcher 3 also kind of has that, but it's not something that you could like specifically what this game does is you hold the back button or whatever the equivalent of the
whatever the
select
button
button
is.
is on your controller during
Yeah.
a cinematic and it highlights the relevant entries. It's not just
Yep.
it's the encyclopedia you can access, it's being able to pause the cinematic and bring up the relevant details. That's
So good.
specifically the thing we're talking about, which
Yeah.
is
So
great.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, I hope you continue to enjoy it. I hope the second half of the game is even better for you. But definitely be ready for those moments that I
Yeah.
mentioned of the side quests galore
Yeah.
suddenly appear because especially at the end of the game before you
Yeah.
go into the finale, it just goes and explodes and it's like, oh, I have 100,000 things to do. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
and as I get more icons and the combat becomes even more varied, like that's really what I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping that the story will pick up. But honestly, the gameplay so far has been what's carrying this for me, and it's been carrying it enough that I've continued to play it. So I don't think
mhm.
it'll end up being my favorite Final Fantasy. I don't think it'll even end up being in the top five. But if it keeps me engaged enough with the gameplay alone, then I mean I can't really complain too much. I just you know
Mhm.
wish it was a little more engaging story wise, but the combat is so good that it's not a deal breaker. I'd
No.
prefer it to be better, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah. And there's lots to come. So
Yes.
that might change.
So it might change, yeah. It still has plenty of opportunities to win me over for the storytelling.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. All right. Let's move on to the Metacritic Check-In.
Yeah, like I said, I had a lot to say about this game.
It's okay. I've been waiting to hear about it, and there's still more to say.
Oh, yeah. I'm only a week in.
Yep. All right, so our first game in the Metacritic Check-In is a second check-in with Donkey Kong Bonanza to see how it's doing, because we just had early reviews for it last week. Sitting at a 91 from critics and a 92 from many, many, many user ratings.
Yeah, I continue to see nothing but good things about this game. And it really, really makes me wish I could afford a Switch too, because I've seen multiple people say that this is like the best platformer they've ever played or the best Nintendo game period they've ever played. And I'm like, oh God, there's just,
can't wait to play it.
It looks so good. It sounds so good. Yeah, man. I'm really wanting to play this one.
One day.
Yeah.
One day we will.
Yeah. When the money comes in.
Yeah, exactly. The next game here is The Wandering Village. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the game was out in early access or had a version 1 release recently, or maybe it was announced on a new platform or something like that. But the reviews are starting to roll in. It's sitting at a 76 currently. This is there's gameplay right there. This is the town builder.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You build a town on top of the back of this creature. You have to both. It's both a town builder, kind of like Banished-ish, but you also have to love that game, yeah. But you also have to take care of the creature, and the creature is walking on a path, and you have to. If you don't control where he goes, he will make the decisions, and that can kind of backfire on you sometimes. And because he can wander into a desert where all of a sudden your crops won't grow because there's no water.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of cool things. So if you're a town builder type fan, Banished type fan, definitely recommend taking a look at this game because it's really cool. Also, a really cool art style, as you can see.
Yeah, I dig the sort of pop-up book aesthetic that they've got going on.
Yeah, when you zoom right in, you get the pop-up kind of 2D thing going on. It's really cool.
But then it's also got the 3D stuff.
Yeah, full 3D. Yeah, and you can pull out and see the map, and yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, sitting at a 76.
I mean, that's about where I expect like a town building game to be. That's just kind of how people respond to them usually.
Yep. And then Back to the Dawn has more reviews this week. This is the one that we were like, what is this game? Why is it scoring so well? Still sitting at an 84 from critics and 73 from users. This one's on Game Pass, and it's one of the ones that I checked out very briefly.
Okay.
Had no idea what it was, but as it turns out, it's kind of like an escapist type game.
Okay.
Where you play a character that you pick at the beginning of the game. You can either be this fox character you're seeing now, or I think there's a panther type creature you can pick as well. You get framed for something, you get locked up, and the whole gameplay is sort of a top-down. You are in prison, and you have a day-to-day schedule the prison has you on, and it's all about relationship building with all of the different
prisoners. Did you
prisoners.
See that fucking Shawshank Redemption reference with them tarring the rooftop there?
Yeah, there's a lot of little subtleties in this game for sure. And it's kind of funny, but it's also really dark, but it's also kind of cute in a lot of ways. It's very kind of all over the place, but even as far as to go is like, the first thing I did when I was able to roam my cell was check the toilet. Yeah. And sure enough, if you unscrew the toilet, there's a hole in the wall behind it that you can get into the back rooms, basically. But there's crafting, there's relationship systems so you have to like mingle with the various prisoners. You got to
find the biggest guy in there and beat the crap out of him on the first day.
You do. There is a combat system. It's a turn-based combat system, which is kind of cool. It's got you have like an energy meter for doing attacks. You have to craft weapons, so you bring out a shank.
Yeah.
There's dice rolling systems here. There's combat right there.
Smuggle stuff in your prison wallet.
Yeah, there's smuggling, there's item management, there's you can work out to get your stats up. It's like a full on like RPG prison escapist kind of a game. Oh,
Yeah.
look, you can play poker. I didn't see that. There's also gangs that you have to kind of like get your rep up with,
Yep.
and they unlock more things. Very, very cool. Very cool game. So I can see why it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know whether I'll continue playing it just because this is clearly a game that will take like a lot of hours, I think.
Hmm.
Like one day, like the first day that you're in the prison took me like 45 minutes. So it is not like a quick day cycle at all. Like
Yeah.
it's a lengthy thing. So
Hmm.
oh look, there's a pickpocket mini game. That's awesome. Oh, I fought that guy. He beat the shit out of me. Oh look, he beat him. How the hell did you do that? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of interesting. The only problem I have with it with my brief time with it is it's a very quiet game.
Oh yeah.
Whoever designed the audio, it's a little light on the audio. There was some points where I was like, did I mute it by accident? Like I
Yeah.
just couldn't hear anything. I'm like, why is there no ambiance? Why is there's no voice acting, which really makes me mad. So I'm just like, that's a
Yeah.
lot of reading.
But I mean, it might not have been in the budget.
Yeah, it's possible. Might not have been in the budget. It would have been so much better with some voice acting. But it's cool. I dig it. So check it out if you're at all interested in that kind of it's like a prison. It's like an inmate simulator type game. And I'm assuming the goal is to figure out who framed you and
Yeah.
get back. Pretty cool. It says launching on November 3rd. I'm not sure why.
Well, that's probably for the early access that they.
Oh yeah, it says Steam Early Access. Yeah, so it's in V1 now. Yeah. All right, next one. Another update for Shadow Labyrinth. It's doing a little better now. It was kind of looking rough last week. Sitting at a 70 from the critics and an 80 from people. So, oh look at this. This is like the actual maze stuff.
Yeah, actual Pac-Man.
Actual Pac. Oh, look, that's not Pac-Man. That's fucking weird. Whoa, that's crazy. I have a just a deep guttural feeling this is going to be a Game Pass game eventually. So I'll probably
now
play
it's
it.
kind of looking like Geometry Wars, just a little.
Right, very colorful. And now it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's back to the Metroidvania type gameplay. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's doing a little better now that it's had some time to marinate. This next one I've never heard of, but it's doing real well. Hell Clock is the name of this game. It's sort of an action RPG dungeon crawler of sorts. This is the first time I'm actually seeing the footage, but it's sitting at an 84 from critics.
Somebody said, "What if we did Hades with guns?"
Yeah, sitting at a perfect 10 from users so far.
Huh.
So maybe a check out.
Yeah.
But seems to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I dig the art style. It's pretty
Yep.
cool. But yeah, I don't know whether it's a roguelite or if it's like kind of like a Diablo-like, but look like a skill tree, man. Crazy.
Jeez, that's a fucking sphere grid.
Yeah. Looks cool. All right, what else we got here? Next up is Wheel World, also on Game Pass. Kind of mixed reviews though, sitting at a 74 from critics, but a 54 from users. So kind of a varying, varying scores here. But it's some sort of bicycle exploration racing hybrid. I have it downloaded because it's on Game Pass, but I haven't played it yet. So looks cool though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure like,
is it a racing game? But yeah, then you got like bike customization and yeah, I don't know what the loop is. Whoa.
Yeah.
You saw what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool art style though. I like it.
Yeah.
What else we got? A big one. Next one's a big one. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. This is the latest Souls-like. Asian inspired.
Yeah.
Souls like.
And we're currently seeing footage of lots of others.
Yeah, lots of Souls likes this year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed reviews on this one as well. Sitting at a 75 from critics, 79 from users, but the reviews are all over the place.
Yeah.
Some are calling it an innovative Souls-like with deep combat and dynamic systems that adds depth to the overall experience, while others are saying it's another generic Souls-like copy and paste with zero creativity. So, don't know. It's a 10-cent game, so there's that. I don't know. It's on Game Pass, so I'll check it out, and I'm sure I will have a ton of fun with it for the tutorial level, and then it'll kick my ass when I enter the full game, just like every other Souls like I've ever played.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And finally, Killing Floor 3.
Yeah, that just came out.
Early reviews, though. Early reviews, so this is not by any means a perfect representation of what people think of it.
Man, this looks way better than Killing Floor 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous compared to...
mean, that's not much
even
of a
2.
surprise.
Yeah, even 2, it looks way better, too.
Killing Floor 1 is like an Unreal Engine 2 game. That's how long ago that's from.
And I think Unreal 3 is the second game.
Probably.
Because it doesn't look all that great.
Well, I mean,
this
the original Killing Floor, I think, was a mod for Unreal Tournament 2004. So.
Oh, good lord! Wow. Yeah.
So that's how far back that goes.
Sitting at a 69.
Nice, except for the rating itself being kind of low.
I guess what the biggest complaint is that it's pretty light on content. Most people are saying it feels like an early access game.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing with this game, right? Is that it's going to get more like
you check back in 2 years, and this game's going to have 18 more maps.
Yeah,
60 more guns, and
that's the problem with a game like this is that you either say, "Oh, we're going to release it now, and then we're going to spread the content out over the next few years to keep people engaged," or you dump most of it right at the beginning and you get a lot of people who are into it right away, and then they fall off because it's a while before they start introducing new stuff. It's a tricky thing to do It's tricky. Oh man, can you imagine? Imagine if you could do snowboarding in this game.
Whatever happened to that series? Bring it back, guys.
Yeah,
fucking EA.
I mean, this is a genre that has its fans. I'm one of them, actually. I've never played Killing Floor, but I've always wanted to give it a try. But I was like really into Left 4 Dead. You know, like it's basically, you know, what game do you play? Do you play Killing Floor? Do you play Left 4 Dead? Do you play COD Zombies? Right, that kind of stuff.
This is COD Zombies with monsters and stuff.
Yeah, basically. And that's the thing about Killing Floor. That's what makes it stand out, is that it's not just, you know, zombified humans. It's here's all sorts of freaky ass mutants. Like in that regard, it's closer to Resident Evil because there's all sorts of shit. You know, it's not just the zombies that get increasingly more powerful. It's, hey, here's this thing that breathes fire. Here's this thing that flies. You know.
I love the blood system they introduced in here. It's actually like liquid.
Yeah.
So it splurts.
And you've also got different characters who have, from what I understand, they have like different stats and
different
abilities.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to try this. I've just never gotten around to playing one of these games. Plus, the fact that it's a cooperative game means that you got to have people to play it with.
Yeah, you can play it alone, but it's very, very, very
I don't know
not
if
meant that way.
Are there bots in this game, like player controlled bots? Like, do they do the thing like Left 4 Dead does, or is it just
no? Well, they didn't in 2.
Okay.
So, and I haven't heard anything about there being bots in 3, but
did they still have the slow motion in 2? Because there's a thing in 1 where if you get a headshot,
they have. Well, I don't know if they have it in 2, but I know they have it in this one.
Okay.
We've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah, because there's a mechanic in the first game where if you get a headshot, everybody goes into slow-mo. So that they can...
I don't know whether it's in the multiplayer or not. I've seen it in the single player.
It is in the multiplayer, but it goes slow motion for everyone. which
That
is
would be cool.
how it works. Which is like handy if you need it, but because it's unexpected, you might get caught in like a reload animation while it goes slow mo.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm wasting
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's like getting double points when the round
Oh,
is
that
over
melee combat looks
in
so
COD
good.
Zombies.
Oh God, look at that. Oh, look at the blood splatter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It looks so violent. I love it.
Yeah,
There's the slow mo.
yeah. All of the games in the series are like really, really gory. It's like super over the top.
Yeah, it's
Um,
mindless killing.
yeah,
That's all it is.
which is it's what you're going for in this kind of game, right? You just want to go through.
This is an anger management simulator.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Let it out in here so you don't let it out in real life.
Yeah, or in Donkey Kong Bonanza. That looks like another game that'd be good.
Just
for
destroy the planet
Yeah,
piece by piece, voxel by voxel.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. So
Let's.
hopefully the drip feed of content that this game brings that up, because I mean, it looks like a good game, and I'd hate for it to not do decently. But um, the audience wants what it wants. I'm sure that the people who are into Killing Floor will have a ball with this one. And it looks, like I said earlier, it looks
Very pretty.
good. It looks
In a gross way.
very pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a gross way. That's a good way of putting it.
Look at all that blood.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah. But like the lighting and the effects, they all look quite good. Like you got the lightning on that guy. You got like the shadows coming off from the light in the distance. It looks very pretty.
And I think this is the console version too, so
Oh wow.
can't imagine what the PC version looks like.
Oh man. Bet it looks
All right.
insane cranked up.
Yep. Let's get in the news. We got some things to talk about. Starting with, as we always do, let's start with the sad news.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get there. Julian LeFay, who is widely considered father of Elder Scrolls, has died at age 59, a week after stepping back from game development on this game that we're seeing now, due to cancer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. He is Bethesda's former chief engineer, and Bethesda issued a statement on Julian's passing, describing its former chief engineer as, quote, the driving force in the creation of the Elder Scrolls and the foundations of Bethesda as a game studio. Without Julian, we would not be here today. If you had the opportunity to work with Julian, you were blessed to know a one-of-a-kind force of nature who pushed everyone to create something special. His work and spirit will live on both in our memories and in our games. So this is the game he was working on with Once Lost Studio. I think it's called Wayward Realms. Yeah. But yeah, we've lost another one to the evil that is cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. Cancer blows. Come on, scientists. Come on, researchers. Cure it already. Cure this piece of shit. Get it out of there. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think this game is like an Elder Scrolls like, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean it looks, even the font looks very Elder Scrollsy. It kind of makes me think of like, what if Daggerfall was made today? Especially with that horse animation, with the horse's head bobbing just at the bottom of your field of view. That's straight out of Daggerfall.
Yeah. Very pretty looking.
Yeah.
Environments. Yeah. So, rest in peace, Julian LeFay. One of many celebrity people in the public view who passed away this week. Which we won't talk about the rest of them because they're not really relevant to the gaming industry.
I mean, Ozzy is brutal legend.
Did you see what they did for him?
Who did for him?
Double Fine.
Oh no, I didn't.
So for 666 minutes, they let Brutal Legend be available to download for free.
Oh, I wish I'd known about that. I would have taken advantage of that.
Yeah,
that's appropriate. Yeah.
R.I.P. Ozzy. Did you like Ozzy's music?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a hardcore fan, but I enjoy Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
You
Do you have a
know,
favorite song?
um, from Black Sabbath or from Ozzy?
Uh, Ozzy himself, I guess.
Ozzy himself. Oh man, that's tough.
I
I,
asked. The only reason I'm asking you is because I asked Cole on
yeah.
Wrestling Renaissance the same question.
I mean, Crazy Train is kind of the go-to answer for most people. I think that's
Yeah, that's what
the
he
I think
said
that's the
too.
song from the solo career that people most know him for. But then there's Hellraiser, which was a song that he performed, and then Lemmy also did a version. But there was actually a version that came out a few years ago that is a mix of the Ozzy and the Lemmy version, and it has this sick music video that was animated for it. This came out like I don't know 4 or 5 years ago, I think. But like half of the lyrics are from Ozzy's version and half are from Lemmy's version. It's great. Like the persons that they picked for each line of the song, like I think they did a great job of it. It's great to hear those two guys together.
My favorite was Dreamer.
Dreamer, yeah. War
Yeah.
Pigs is another good one.
Yep.
And as for Black Sabbath, like from the Ozzy days, I think it would. I mean, it has to be Iron Man, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That song,
classic.
that song, that's one of those songs that goes to a lot of different places.
Iron Man.
Like it's almost like a Queen song where it kind of changes its rhythm a few times. Like it
Mm,
goes into different styles, but it all works. I really like Iron Man. I really like the places that it goes,
agreed.
and I've been listening to a lot of that. I mean, I have those songs on once in a while anyway, just because they're kind of part of my rotation of music that I like to listen to while I'm working on stuff. I would not describe myself as a metalhead, but there's a lot of metal that I like just because I like that sound.
Mm.
Um, just sort of a little bit from everywhere. Black Sabbath, Pantera, Dio.
Oh, Pantera.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Uh,
walk. Do.
oh god, yeah. You know what I love about that song? The silence in it, because it's like duh,
Mm-hmm.
silence, da 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 da. It's like
So good.
it's so weird to hear a metal song with silence in it, but it's used so well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Love that song. Walk.
Metallica occasionally, but like I find those guys to be kind of douchebags. Although I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that because they led the charge on like no downloading our music, blah blah blah. But like they did a concert on Twitch and they got silenced because they're one of the groups who, if their music is detected, it silences the stream. So that when they
Oh.
were playing their own music, it sounded so close to the version that they supplied for the silencing that it got their stream
That is
silenced.
funny.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
That's
But
awesome.
they've like their practices aside, they got some good music. But
Do, 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 do,
mhm,
do, do,
mhm,
do, do. Sandman.
yeah.
So good. All right, let's move on. This next one doesn't have a video. Bottom.
Yes. So I was pushing for this.
Indeed. I do
So,
have the article up here if you want me to read the
well, I'll
headlines.
just give an overview here because it's kind of two things. So, there's been this fucking like fundamentalist group have been like staging complaints to credit card processors about video game services that allow you to get games that are, by their standards, morally reprehensible, which you might think just means straight up pornography. And it does include that, but it also includes stuff that has gay people in it or trans people in it or whatever. And itch.io, the sort of indie storefront, recently, well, mostly indie. I guess they got Brutal Legend up there as well. But they recently, as part of acquiescing to the credit card companies who are being manipulated by this group, they just fucking delisted a whole bunch of games that violate those moral standards or whatever without any advance warning to developers. which is like, yes, you can say, because there's been a lot of discussion about this. You can say, oh, well, it's not Itch's fault. They have to deal with the credit card processors. But you know what is their fault is not giving anybody any fucking heads up about it. Like, that's a really shitty thing to do, you know?
How is this allowed?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I wanted to talk about this because it really pisses me off. Because like here's the thing. You might think, oh, he's just some guy who buys a lot of porn games. I actually don't. I don't really buy porn games or play porn games because I've always found the idea kind of pointless. Like, I could spend a lot of time playing a game to get to a sex scene, or I could just look at porn on a porn site. So it's not a
Exactly.
it's not a thing that I engage in, but it's not about that. It's not that, oh, it affects something that I'm interested in. It's that it's a shitty thing for credit card companies to say, oh, here's
To
what you're,
dictate,
yeah, to
yeah.
dictate what you can spend your money on. So long as it's legal, like,
Yeah.
obviously, if it was something illegal, I could understand, but there's nothing illegal about this. Like, it's not like you're sending money to terrorists or something.
No.
So what the fuck is, like, it's not their place to dictate what I can and can't spend my money on. And as a MasterCard holder, like, my credit card is a MasterCard, like, this pisses me off. I've actually been trying to find out if there's a way to get in contact with MasterCard Canada about that and say, hey, what the fuck? But I've not actually had great success with that. They have all sorts of investor relations stuff, but I'm not technically an investor. I mean, I have their credit
Unless you
card.
invest,
Yeah.
they don't care.
Yeah, I guess. So
Shocker.
I've been looking for that, but there's there is contact info for people elsewhere in the world, and I just want to make sure I get this address correct. Let me check here. Yes, there is a website that has a listing of phone numbers for MasterCard in various countries. Canada is not one of the ones listed, but
Bastards.
for MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, like all of these payment processors, the address is yellat.money. So
Really?
yes,
That's funny.
yellat.money. They have this information, all these phone numbers for these companies that you can contact. They have mailing addresses for
That's
physical letters. So
Hmm.
yeah, so if you're in the United States,
America.
there's numbers here listed for you that you can call and express your your take on this to them.
Your hatred.
Yeah. So yeah, just helping to put the word up there.
Yeah, it was broadcast on many different websites.
Mm-hmm.
Many different websites. Valve did a similar thing, but it was a little less egregious.
Yeah.
Than Itch.io.
Yeah, they didn't just suddenly start like taking games down or whatever.
No.
Which is what Itch has done.
All right. Next piece of news is all about the Chinese Room, the acclaimed British indie studio. They're the ones who made Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and this is their latest game, Still Wakes the Deep. They've officially cut ties with their former parent company, Sumo Digital. The studio has now completed a management buyout. A spokesperson for the Chinese Room has confirmed to IGN. Today's news follows an uncertain few months for the Brighton-based studio after Sumo's previous announcement that it would be refocusing its efforts on refocus. Here we go again.
You can get there.
Refocusing its efforts exclusively on development services for partners rather than continuing its work on original franchises. In a message to press today, the Chinese Room said it had looked increasingly likely the company would be sold off by Sumo Digital, likely to a private equity firm or another overseas buyer.
Eh.
Sumo itself having been acquired by the Chinese giant Tencent in 2018. Instead, the Chinese room will now be run as an independent entity headed up by studio director Ed Daly, following a deal facilitated by venture capital firm Hero Capital.
Well, good for them.
Yeah. So they are. What are they working on? They have 2 new IPs in the works, but they are also still working on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh, yeah.
So, that game that was supposed to come out like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. What? I don't know. There is something cursed with that series. Seriously. They get all their other games out. It's just that series just seems to just fall constantly on its face.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Still Wakes the Deep is really cool. I played it. I didn't beat it, but I played it. It was on Game Pass.
It looks neat.
It's an Outlast like kind of game that is with like Lovecraft kind of stuff.
They're really nailing the look of like a ship at sea.
It's an oil rig.
Oh no, oil rig, but like it's appropriately misty for like the kind of fog that can roll in, or if there's like really rainy weather and it just kicks a lot of moisture up into the air.
Yeah, and the weather changes. So like at the very beginning when you arrive at the place, it's clear skies. You can see the ocean. It's really cool. And then the fog starts to roll in, and
everything just kind of gets gray and hazy. They're doing a really good job of that. You know what other game got the weather atmosphere of a ship really well is Cold Fear. Now that was a storm, but like I remember being on the deck of the ship of that game and being like, this is fucking crazy, because the ship is also teetering back and forth, and anything that isn't tied down is sliding around and is a hazard. That's about the nicest thing I can say about Cold Fear. It was a kind of an underwhelming game otherwise, but A for effort.
There's another game that did a ship really well that I'm sure we've all played. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. The original Modern Warfare 1. The first level.
I've actually not played Modern Warfare 1.
What?
Yeah, I know, because that one was like super critically acclaimed, and I should get around to playing it. But
yeah, the first level, you're like a SWAT team that goes onto a cargo ship in the middle of a storm, and the ship's like teetering back and forth, and then like a bomb explodes on it, and it starts taking on water, and the ship you're running out of the ship as water's flowing into it, and the ship's like teetering onto its side, and so you're eventually running on the wall, and like it's really sick.
That sounds awesome. I did play Modern Warfare 2 because I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about. You remember that?
Yeah. No, Modern Warfare 2 and 3 were amazing too. I remember the plane sequence. Was that in 2 or was that in 3?
Oh, is that Mile High Club? I think that's in 3.
Yeah, where like the plane drops suddenly a bunch of times, and you're like floating in the air shooting at each other.
Yeah, I think that's in 3.
Yeah, and the plane like rips apart and gets destroyed, and it's amazing stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, for like all the bitching about Call of Duty that I've certainly done, I'm a contributor to that. Their set pieces are kind of second to none. Putting that Activision
I would say
to work.
It depends on the game, though. Honestly, some of the games are just not memorable at all. Like, there's a bunch of those games. Like, I've played them all, and there's a bunch of those games where I'm like, what was in that game?
Well, there is
like, nothing stands out.
What was the one that was just like an expansion to the multiplayer or something? Was that
that was Modern Warfare 2. The new Modern Warfare 2 was.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Or is it Modern Warfare 3? The new Modern Warfare 3. I fucking hate that we have to say that. Or was it one of the Black Ops games, Black Ops 6 or?
No, it was the new Modern Warfare 2 was supposed to be a DLC for Modern Warfare 1, I think.
You know what's crazy is I don't remember there being a Black Ops 5.
That's because it wasn't called Black Ops 5. It was called Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
Weird that they went back to numbers immediately after that.
Yeah, I don't understand. And then they did like four 3 or 4 Black Ops games in a row. It's
Mhm.
really weird. Like there's like Black Ops, Black Ops, Black Ops. It's like people apparently really like the Black Ops series.
Well, yeah, it was doing really well for them.
Yeah.
Where does Call of Duty Ghosts fit into all of that, by the way?
No idea. That's one of my favorite ones, though. Not for the campaign, but for the multiplayer.
What I know about that one is that it has like the aliens survival
really?
mode, where it's where there's like it's not like aliens as in the movie franchise, but like
there's like a weird
extraterrestrial
infection
thing.
alien.
Yeah,
It's stupid. It's so bad.
Yeah,
It's atrocious. Call of Duty's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
In their history.
Yeah, now you can get like Gundams in Call of Duty multiplayer, which is crazy.
Call of Duty now is just a joke. Like I just don't. What even is it? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, what they're dealing with is they're dealing with competition in the multiplayer space from Fortnite. So we got to get crazy as well.
Yeah, you can play as a WWE wrestler in Call of Duty multiplayer.
Of course you can.
Like
you could also play as Alucard from Hellsing, which is probably a reference you're not going to understand, but
Van Helsing, right?
No, but it's an anime series with a vampire who is
that's even weirder. Why?
Very obviously Dracula.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't understand Call of Duty anymore. All right, let's move on. We got way off track for whatever reason.
Did.
Until Dawn developer Supermassive Games is experiencing layoffs.
Fuck
Shocker.
me, man.
Said it has to lay up to 36 staff in a fresh wave of redundancies. In a statement published to the studio's social media, Supermassive confirmed a delay to its long-awaited sci-fi horror project Directive 8020, which was due out later this year, will now arrive in the first half of 2026.
Yeah, so fire people, so there's fewer people to work on it. That'll help speed it up.
Yeah, I don't get it. Announcing the studio's job losses, Supermassive said it has been forced to adapt its team structure to better align with challenging and ever-evolving environment in which to make games. That was a what do you call that when you don't quote it, you just it's not verbatim, like when you do a not verbatim quote.
Yeah,
there's a word for that.
I know what you mean. I'm trying to think of it, and I'm drawing a blank on it as well right now.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing.
I'm paraphrasing. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I'm paraphrasing that because.
Yeah, I was either going to remember it right there or 10 minutes from now, and I would just shout it out in the middle of some other conversation. Yeah, that's always how it goes.
Yeah. The cuts follow an earlier round of redundancies in March 2024, just over a year ago, when the developer said it would shed around 90 workers in a similar
Jesus Christ! No wonder they had to delay this game. What the fuck?
Supermassive previously stated it had around 350 employees as of 223, meaning it's laid off around a third of its studio over the past 18 months. This doesn't surprise me, though, because Supermassive is a very hit-or-miss studio. So these are the guys that made Until Dawn.
Yeah.
And they also made, The Quarry. But they also made the Dark Pictures games, which were kind of terrible.
Yeah.
And then they have this Directive 8020, which is apparently a standalone game in the Dark Pictures anthology series.
Weird. You might want to pause this video because we're onto something else.
Oh, shit. I wish it would just auto loop.
Yeah, I like to turn off the fucking autoplay thing, but that doesn't help when you've got a playlist.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah. There might be an option to auto loop. I haven't found it. But anyway, Supermassive is also working on Little Nightmares 3, which is, I think, the first game from Supermassive in that series. I think Little Nightmares 1 and 2 was from the original studio, who is now working on Animal or Reanimal or something like that.
That thing that looks a hell of a lot like Little Nightmares.
Yeah. I think what it is Little Nightmares without, people
Legally
breathing down their
distinct.
necks.
Legally
Well,
distinct nightmares.
my guess is that it's just them going all out with what they wanted to do and not having to answer to anybody. They're just
Yeah,
like, nope,
probably.
we're going to do this. We're doing it our way this time. Fuck y'all.
Yep.
Because it looks a lot more dark and a lot more violent.
Yeah, it does.
Than Little Nightmares was.
The weird creature in that first trailer that was like
Yeah,
all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to play it though, because Little Nightmares 1 and 2, man, so good. I'm really worried about Little Nightmares 3. When I found out it wasn't by the same studio, I was like, oh, that's not good. And then when I found out it was Supermassive, I'm like, well, flip a coin whether this turns out good or not, because they are a weird studio, man. Very, very strange studio.
Yeah.
So anyway, our thoughts go out to the people laid off. That sucks. You've joined thousands of other people that are out there looking for jobs.
Yeah, the only solace you can take in this is that at least it was like a 2-digit number instead of a fucking 4-digit number like Microsoft.
Yeah.
But that's pretty small comfort.
Yeah. All right, next up. Splitgate 2 is in the news. On June 6th, 2025, 1047 Games launched Splitgate 2. Now, less than 2 months later, the developer is about to unlaunch it. It's also taking Splitgate 1 offline and laying off 45 employees.
Jesus.
Today, 1047 Games revealed its plans to temporarily wind down support on the game it just released so the studio can go heads down on what it says will be a complete overhaul of Splitgate 2. The game will remain playable during this time and will still receive its promised Chapter 3 update and some bug fixes, but other than that, Splitgate 2 as we know it is done. That is until early 2026, when the studio promises it will return with big sweeping changes.
So is it still going to be playable and not purchasable? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's still going to be playable. It's just not getting any further updates after.
I'm getting like APB vibes off this. Remember that game?
Yeah. I played the original Splitgate. I haven't played the sequel, but it always struck me as like a gimmick rather than a game. It's like, hey, why don't we make a shooter, but with portals?
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but
it's just like, does that really differentiate it enough to warrant its own game? I don't know.
Maybe.
Apparently not, because no one wants to play it. You know what I mean? Like, if they're unlaunching it, clearly it's not doing very well.
Is it that it's not doing well, or is it that there's problems at the company?
Well, I don't know why they did a sequel to begin with. Why didn't you just continue working on Splitgate 1 and just
when did the first one come out? That was a few years ago, wasn't it?
May 2019.
That looks like fucking Nuketown.
yeah. May 2019.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Well, that was the early access release. Its full release was July 2021, so 4 years ago.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of game you would just keep supporting instead of,
shutting it down and then not supporting your second game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's weird. But anyway, thought I would at least cover it. Get out your bingo cards. It's time to talk about Ubisoft.
Here we go.
Ubisoft has announced lower than expected results for its latest financial quarter.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And it's blaming the newly relaunched Rainbow Six Siege. Assassin's Creed Shadows, meanwhile, has continued to perform in line with expectations. However, sales numbers are unknown. It recently passed 50. Sorry, 50. Good. If it was 50, that would be good.
Oh, if it was 50, they'd be fucking dancing in the streets.
Yeah, no. It recently passed 5 million unique players, which doesn't really tell you a whole lot because, it's part of Ubisoft's subscription service.
Oh, yeah.
So, however many people subscribe to that, which I don't know why you would subscribe to that service, quite honestly, because, like, why?
It seems like a bad idea for a publisher to have that. Like, on Game Pass, sure, because then somebody can pay you a great big fucking pile of money to put the game on there, but to let people subscribe to I don't know, it just seems weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Also, like you said, who's going to subscribe to that instead of like a Game Pass or a PlayStation Plus?
I mean, if it was like $5 a month, sure, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it's like pretty equal to Game Pass. So it's like, why would I? Why would I do that?
yeah.
It's weird. So what went wrong? Ubisoft has pinned blame on temporary but significant disruptions in player spending within Rainbow Six Siege, its newly relaunched shooter that it describes as having faced technical pricing issues. What the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean by
It's a isn't it a
relaunched?
free to play game? Oh, so it's 10 years old. So they've rebranded it as Siege X,
Has
and
Siege really been out for 10 years?
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. And it's gotten like an overhaul of some kind. I don't really know. I was kind of confused when they announced it.
I know
But
it's
yeah,
been out
it's
for a while, but I feel like it only came out like 6 years ago.
no. June 10th is when Rainbow Six Siege X launched. Um, oh, that's when it went free to play as well, with access to various modes and operators unlockable without the need for a premium edition. What am I hearing? Is there a clicking sound? What is that?
Hold on, let me. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, what is that? What else here? Ubisoft said it has suffered from a pricing exploit with prepaid currency cards that temporarily inflated virtual currency wallets. Something that's been since fixed. I don't even know what the hell that means. A
Yeah.
pricing exploit with prepaid currency. Oh,
Were people figuring out ways to like get in-game
get more
currency for
money out
free
of.
or something?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it sounds like. So their money went down. That's funny. Um, Also, they announced Assassin's Creed Shadow's first big expansion pack, Claws of Awaji. I think is what it's called. Anyway, I'm not going to play it obviously because I just didn't like it. It's the first Assassin's Creed game where I was like, no, I don't like it. It's doing well enough though, but
Mm-hmm.
also they earlier in the week, Guillemot blamed Star Wars Outlaws' lackluster performance on the choppy waters of the Star Wars license. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't know about that. I don't really, I don't really have an answer for why that game suffered the way it did because, like I said, I played it and it was great.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to replay it because they made all sorts of super upgrades, and then the 2 DLC packs are out, so I do plan on replaying that. I look at it on my shelf every day, and I'm like, man, I really would like to go back and play that game. It was really good. So sooner rather than later, I do want to play that game. But so now I was talking to someone about this when this news came out, and I was like, so what does Ubisoft have in its pipeline now? Can you think of anything? And nobody I was talking to could remember anything, and I was like, let's look up
Yeah.
what they have announced. So I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah, we talked about this
Ubisoft.
too.
Yeah, it's like, what do they have? Like, what do we know that they have? So here's the list. Oh yeah, I think we talked about it like a week or two ago, right?
Yeah, we did.
Can't remember whether it was on the show or not though.
I think it was.
Was it? So they have Anno.
We got to stop having these long conversations before and after the show because that
Yeah.
we can't remember what was on the show and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was on the show.
Yeah. So they have Anno.
Yeah.
Which is coming this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a bunch of code games or code name games that we don't know what they're for. Assassin's Creed Jade.
Yeah, and I made a joke about it starring Jade Raymond or something.
Yeah, right. The Haven Studios lady.
Yeah.
Who's not at Haven Studios anymore.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Codename Hex. And that's basically it.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff is assumptions. Oh, and that's the Prince of Persia remake.
Oh, yeah. Man, there's a lot of operators in Siege now.
Yeah, I know. It started off with like 8. Now there's like 80.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It's basically
I tried to get
a hero
back into the
shooter
game.
now.
Yeah, it basically is. It's too much. That's the problem with these games. It's like they continue to add content, and it makes it more and more and more difficult to get into the game for new players. It's unfortunate. It's just the way it goes. It's kind of a.
But you can't stop because you're selling microtransactions. You got to sell those little keychains that dangle from your gun. I attach a strap. What are you, an actual soldier? No, we put tchotchkes on our gun.
I can't believe people pay real money for that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like it blows my mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna pimp out my fake gun with a fake keychain.
Yeah. Especially in Call of Duty, because it's like in a year
you're
gonna not use it anyway.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. All right, next game. Or next news article, I should say. So I didn't realize this, but the developer of Blades of Fire, do you remember this game?
Yeah.
This is the one where you like craft your
weapon.
weapon.
The blacksmithing stuff. The blacksmithing and combat game.
Yeah, and I played it and I told you it was really weird.
Oh,
they're the developer of Metroid Dread.
Yeah,
They developed Metroid Dread. Yeah. Which is weird. So yeah, they developed Metroid Dread.
About Metroid Dread recently. I think I might replay it.
It's good.
It's good. It's a fucking great game. Except I've got drift on my Joy-Cons.
It's funny. The only console I have that doesn't have drift is my Switch.
Yeah. Just my luck.
Yeah. But anyway, Blades of Fire has underperformed. It blamed challenging competitive dynamics driven by an oversupply of new releases and increasingly selective consumers, which is true.
They're not wrong about that. Games are getting more expensive, and there's also a fuck ton of them coming out, and that have come out.
Yeah, and you got to be choosy. You know, if you only have enough money to pay for, let's say, 5 games a year, then you're going to be very picky.
Yeah,
about which
still
ones.
haven't played fucking Baldur's Gate 3 yet. I just got to Final Fantasy 16.
Yep.
I don't have the money for Blades of Fire right now. Because I've also got Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth waiting for me.
I just don't have the time for all the games.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many games to play.
It's a great problem to have, but it also means that, like,
games are falling through the cracks and
there are
not
games
doing
falling
well.
through the cracks because there's a finite number of hours in the day. Even if you have all the money in the world, like, this looks like a big, long, epic game, right? So, like, is this, 30, 40, 50-hour game? Like,
I think it's a 20 to 40. Yeah.
Okay. That's not super long, but still, it's a commitment. And depending
if
on
you're going to pay $70 for it, it's like I can spend $70 on Blades of Fire, or I can spend $70 on something that I know I'm going to like something I know I'm going to pour many more hours into. So,
I mean, this is Mercury Steam, so I've never played a game of theirs that I didn't like. Granted, I haven't played that many of their games, but like
they made Samus Returns, which is amazing,
which I've played, and Metroid Dread, which I've played. I basically played their Metroid games.
They also made Lords of Shadow.
Yep, the Castlevania games. There's one of those on the DS that's apparently really, really good.
Yeah, Mirror of Fate.
Yeah.
And yeah. But so it's unclear if any impact this will have on Mercury Steam or its development plans, but it hasn't sold well.
So maybe Nintendo, you should sweep in and you should give them the next Metroid game.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? In fact, I would, based on what they did with Samus Returns and Dread, especially with Dread, because like Samus Returns, that's a remake. So it's like, how much of that is them and how much of that is just the strength of the original game? Dread is all them. And that's like, oh, it was them.
Yep,
it was them. They're clearly capable of doing Metroid and doing it right.
You know what's weird, though, is Nintendo said that was the last 2D Metroid game they were going to make. They have no plans to make any more 2D Metroid games.
No, come on.
I know. They're
going to go back to them at some point. They gotta.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be such a stupid thing, because the side-scrolling Metroid formula, it works so well, and it's so fucking popular right now. Like, show them, keep exploit that.
Show them how to do it.
Yeah, which Mercury Steam did with Dread. Dread is fucking fantastic. Except for the one little thing with the Emmys. Whatever.
I'd love to see them remake Super Metroid.
Oh God, yeah. With that tech.
Add the mantle, grabbing the corners, because that's the only thing that is like not perfect about Super Metroid. Like if you added the ability to grab on the ledges,
Yeah,
Oh
it's
boy.
not just the grabbing the ledges. It's fucking grabbing the ledge and immediately going into Morph Ball and then coming out of Morph Ball automatically when you went into it automatically and having it be seamless. Oh,
Hmm.
it works so well in that game. It
Yep.
always does what you want it to.
Yep.
God, that game is good. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
They
see.
do
We'll see
amazing.
what Mercury Steam does next.
Just give them all the 2D Metroid games to remake. Give them Fusion, give them Zero Mission.
Unless they just really like working on their own shit.
I mean,
Like
that's
maybe
fine
they.
too, but like if
Yeah.
I was Nintendo, I would say, "Hey,
Oh, look at that! That was
yeah,
great.
right." I'd say, "Hey, if you guys are ever, you need a project, here's the Metroid license. You
Mhm.
just say the word and we will hand that to you and
My
let you
hope
do
is
your
that
thing."
Blades of Fire comes to Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's my hope. That way I can give it a fair shake because I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get that game.
Yeah, it's
That's just not gonna
definitely
happen.
it's definitely a try before you buy kind of thing cuz
Especially since the demo, I was like, remember I talked about the demo, and I
yeah,
was like,
it's the kind of thing that might really come into its own later on.
once you have some
Yeah.
nice time with it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward. Where are we? Blink. Make sure I get the loop in there. All right. Xbox has announced that it will not be selling the Outer Worlds 2 or any of its holiday games for that matter for $80 after all.
No.
Instead, it will keep them at the $70 price tag. Quote,
Sounds
we're
like
focused-
maybe people didn't like that.
Yeah. We're focused on bringing players incredible worlds to explore and will keep our full-priced holiday releases, including the Outer Worlds 2, at $69.99, in line with current market conditions. Refunds and reimbursements for those who have already pre-ordered the game for $80 will be available via whatever storefront or location the game was bought at. Xbox says that customers should expect refund notifications from the point of purchase, and some sellers may take a few days for the refunds to be available. But that's what they were going to do. So earlier this month, they announced that Outer Worlds 2 would be Xbox's first $80 game, while coming to Xbox Game Pass upon release as well. But they've since
Rescinded that. Yeah.
So someone pointed out something to me, and that's that like so many of these games were looking like they were going to be 80.
Uh-huh.
And now
They're walking
games
back.
seem to be reverting
Yeah.
back to 70. This is the second game that was announced at 80 and is now going back to 70. The first was, of course, Borderlands 4 after not technically announced at 80,
Yeah.
but with Randy's comments, one assumes it was probably set at 80.
Yeah, and then they saw the response to that and went, fuck.
Yeah.
So
you know what's really funny about this, though? There's only one game still that's set for the standard edition of a game, just to be clear. We're not talking about digital deluxe editions and all that crap. There's only one game still that is a standard $80. You know what that game is?
What is it?
Mario Kart World.
Huh. Yeah.
Weird. And technically, the Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Kirby the Forgotten Land or whatever.
Yeah.
Those ones are also $80 for reasons unknown to me.
Yeah.
So, Nintendo's just kind of chilling out there. They're just like,
yeah,
it's fine.
Nintendo knows it's like, well, where else are you going to get it, bitch? There's no Game Pass for Nintendo games. It's not like you can buy it on another platform.
Yeah. Buy it or don't.
Yeah.
Suck it. Yeah. We'll talk about Nintendo later.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, interesting. But I'm happy about that. Because, games are expensive. They don't need to be $80 for freaking sake. Like, I'm just, no.
Yeah,
It's
and if your game costs so much to make that you have to sell it at $80, maybe dial it back a little bit, Because guess what? We don't actually need games to be so like such a big money hole that it ends up costing us $80. We're having plenty of fun with games that are $60 and $70.
Yeah, we had many years where games were coming out much faster.
Yeah.
At lower budgets.
Yeah,
maybe
games were coming out at $60 US and about like 70 Canadian. It was a good price point,
Yeah.
It worked
And they were
out.
coming out faster.
Yeah.
We didn't have to wait an entire decade per studio to make a game.
Yeah.
We had studios making 4 or 5 games per generation. It's like, I think, they need I don't know what it is that's making the games be this complicated, but
well, I mean, it's the level of detail that they put into it. Like when I was playing Stalker 2, I told you about how every single leaf on the bush was modeled. It's like, well, that doesn't just happen by itself. Some artist has to spend that time working on it, making sure that it looks perfect. And as somebody who does 3D modeling, I can tell you from firsthand experience, that shit takes time to get it right.
Yep.
So now multiply that by every asset in the game, and you can start to see why. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that shit. Did you see that shit?
What was it?
Watch. Is it gonna flip back? Let's see if it flips back to the other person. I might just have to. Okay. That clipping.
Oh yeah, on the cloth.
Why would you give her a mask that has cloth that comes down that far if you know it's gonna clip? Like, just don't make it that long.
You know what my thing is?
I hate it.
Is when you go out of a cinematic and back into gameplay, and everybody's cape does a little dance.
Oh yeah,
as the physics is activated.
Yeah, I hate that too. That's so annoying. It's like okay.
There's a little gust of wind under everybody.
Yeah, you'd think they would just like delay the visual appearing for just 1 second longer, so that you don't see the poof.
Like fix a point, like, hey, this is where the vertices on that physics object are going to be on that cape, on that cloth simulation, and we'll just start from there instead of having to go just spawn it all in at once, poof, unfurl it.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, that is one of my biggest pet peeves in gaming is clipping. I hate it. Yeah. It's 90% of the time it's avoidable because it's just the design of the thing that is clipping into something else. You've designed it too big or too long or whatever the case is. Just yeah.
Oh, but remember that we were told to do that because it looks cool, and don't worry about it if it clips. Well, but then it's going to look kind of weird when somebody's
look good.
Somebody's chin goes through it.
Yeah. Remember when I was freaking out about the one outfit? Was it Outlaws?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. That one, the outfit was badass looking.
Yeah,
but the whole thing clipped through his sword.
And I was there. This was I think that was when we recorded the magazine extra, and you booted it up and you showed me, and like there were like a dozen outfits that you could pick from, and all of them were flawless except that one that had that clipping. Yeah, and it really stood out because of that.
Yeah, it's like how could they not have known?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine.
I wonder if that was like added as DLC or something, and they didn't spend as much time testing that or something like that.
Could be,
maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, just like,
I know.
I just hate it.
It bugs me too.
When that stuff, usually I'm like, okay, to me that item no longer exists in the game because I know it looks so stupid. I'm just not going to use it, no matter how good it is.
What mine is, it's pop-in of assets, and like when it's at a distance, I get it, but when it's stuff that's really close, actually, this is something that Final Fantasy 16 is really guilty of, because the way that game handles pop-in isn't a higher detail version of the object materializes into the spot that the lower detail one is. It's that they will continuously add details the closer you get. So if you're going past a bush, at a distance, it will just be the basic bush. But as you get closer, it'll add like more and more branches, which is okay. I actually prefer that incremental pop in to like just swapping out the whole asset. But Final Fantasy 16 does it even when you're really, really close, and continues to do it until the camera is like right shoved into it. And it's like, it's really noticeable when it happens.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen off in the distance so that it kind of doesn't look like it's not as noticeable. But when you're like 10 feet away, it should not be doing that.
The fact that it keeps doing it because they just want to, put in as much detail. But that means that you can't have it all rendering at once, because like the foliage and the environmental details in that game are so high quality that
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful game.
it would be nightmarish to try and render it all at once.
Yeah. All right, next one. Bloop.
Oh,
Sony
hey,
has
it's the
announced
PS7. Remember that commercial with the orb?
Orb. Yeah. I think this is the PS5 reveal trailer actually, which is funny. Sony has announced a power saver mode, a curious new PlayStation 5 game setting that will scale back performance of supported games, but reduce your console's overall power consumption. The option, which is rolling out in the next PS5 system beta, was briefly detailed in a PlayStation blog update today, even though it won't actually be available even in beta, at least publicly. Today's announcement looks to be more of an acknowledgement that the feature is being worked on than ahead of it being spotted by users. With this update, you may notice a new option in your settings menu called Power Saver. While this feature won't be available during the beta phase, once it
I'm sorry
officially...
to interrupt, but I just realized what this reminds me of. This reminds me of the fucking nanobot effect from Terminator Genesis. Sorry, keep going.
No.
It just came to me.
Yeah. It was a cool reveal trailer, though.
Yeah.
The music was really... It was really catchy.
Yeah, they usually have good sound design in their commercials and trailers and stuff. It's a shame that it was for a system that looks like that.
Yeah, Wayne Tower.
Yeah, God, yeah.
While this feature won't be available during the beta phase, once it officially launches, supported PS5 games will scale back performance and will allow your PS5 to reduce its power consumption when the feature is enabled optionally by gamers. If not enabled, or if games do not support the feature, the performance will not be scaled back and power consumption will not be reduced. And that's about all the details that Sony is announcing today, other than confirmation that Power Saver will not be compatible with VR.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because you've got to do so much rendering with that. This is a weird thing for something that's going to be plugged into the wall. Like, if this was like, hey, this is if they had announced this for like the PSP, if that was still a thing, then it would make total sense. I mean, I use the battery saver mode on my phone, a Sony phone, by the way, all the time, because it gives me like 2 extra hours of life at the cost of some performance that I don't really notice because I'm not using it to play like Genshin Impact or, any other big 3D mobile game. So it has no effect on my phone's performance. And it just, it's like, here's some free power savings because it reduces the strength of the cellular radio and it dims the screen a little bit more, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I can't...
For a console, it's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, are you trying to reduce your electricity bill? I mean, a game console is not going to have a huge impact on that.
No, it's not like this thing is like got a heater element in it.
Yeah, it's not a refrigerator that has to be running all the time. It's not a space heater. It's,
Well, IGN speculated what the potential reason could be. So let's read on, shall we?
Has somebody been having heat-induced system damage?
No. This is actually more of a... Well, we'll see. So they will share more details on the new option when we get closer to launch, including supported PS5 games and estimated impact. So stay tuned. But why is Sony doing this? In its blog post, the company makes mention of its Road to Zero environmental plan that includes a target for the company to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions to net zero by 2040. But the option has also been linked to the continuing rumor that Sony is once again planning a PlayStation handheld device. And indeed, the ability for Sony to get some of its PS5 games running at a lower spec on its main home console would be a useful test for a more lightweight handheld. Whatever the reason, and whatever Sony ends up launching a PlayStation handheld or not, it's going to be fascinating to compare the performance of PS5 games running with Power Saver enabled, especially with Xbox Series and the already lower powered Xbox Series S.
Yeah, I don't think that going to net zero thing is actually it, because what an end user's power consumption is not what the company's power consumption is. And
no, this is definitely a...
Yeah,
we have a handheld coming, and this would be a great feature to have.
Guess. Like,
save on battery life
you have
on the handheld.
50 PS5s running all at once. I can't imagine this power saver being of any practical use.
Yeah. My guess is that if they're planning on a new handheld, it'll probably have the same OS
Yeah,
as the PS5 does, or a PS6, or all three.
yeah,
And then that's why they're implementing it into this software, because
yeah,
then it's ready to go day
yeah,
one for its new handheld. So
yeah. Imagine that, Sony planning for the future instead of just
indeed.
saying, "Hey, we'll do this."
Does anybody want a Sony handheld though? That's the question.
I would love a Sony handheld that is actually supported.
Well, here's the thing: is that I think we're past the point at which you can have a dedicated handheld. So you would think that if Sony was going to do a handheld, it would basically be a portable PS5.
Yeah.
So
Like as hard as it was to compete with the Game Boy and DS, I don't think there's any competition with the Switch in the handheld space. Not unless you're
no,
also a mobile phone.
yeah, and then Xbox has basically an Xbox Steam Deck coming.
Yeah.
So it's like a portable PS5 would be cool, but if I'm gonna buy a handheld, why would I not buy the Xbox one
Yeah.
with like everything on it
Yeah.
except for PlayStation's games? And even it would have some of PlayStation's games
Yeah,
because
the ones that come to PC.
right. So it's like why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless Sony's handheld is also a PC
Yeah.
hybrid, in which case then it's like
Maybe,
which one do
maybe
I
it'll
buy
be
now? I don't know.
maybe it'll be like a PlayStation Vio, like their laptop brand. I
Yeah,
mean, that's not even like I'm joking, but it's also not without precedent. Remember they had that PlayStation phone, the slider one that had the PlayStation buttons on
I
the
do.
slide out part instead of a keyboard?
I do. And I
Yeah.
don't remember it doing very well though.
No, no, absolutely not. Because it despite being branded as a PlayStation phone, it didn't actually play a lot of PlayStation games. You could get some digitally, but it didn't have enough buttons to support the full PlayStation controller. Like it didn't have enough buttons to do L2 and R2, and I don't think you could click in the quote unquote sticks. So it didn't have L3 or R3 either. Not that there's a lot of
Mm,
PS1 games that use those, but there's a bunch that use L2 and R2. So
yep.
it really limited what you could emulate, even like in an official capacity. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think Sony, if they're looking to do a handheld, I think they should have kept the Vita going instead of going meh, because
Agreed.
that was their foot in the door, man. They sold 40
Hmm.
million PSPs. That's not as many as the 54 million
50.
DSs, but
Yeah.
it's way more than anyone's ever done against Nintendo in the handheld space. Like that was your moment to get into it, man, and you pulled out. So it's like now the door is barred shut by the Switch. How the fuck are you going to compete against that?
Oh man, the next generation is going to be real interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be here to cover it.
Or really bland, like a good
Yeah,
chunk of this one has been.
yeah. Can't get worse than this. Hopefully.
Well, it can continue to. I know, I know.
Don't do it. No.
This is why I'm a PC gamer primarily now.
Yeah.
Dropping five,
I mean, I
six,
love
seven.
my Xbox. I love Game Pass, man. It's so cool. I
Yeah,
love it.
but you can also get
I,
Game
I
Pass on PC.
It's truth. So you speak truth.
Yeah,
All right, let's move forward.
yeah.
What else we got? In other Sony news, Sony has acquired 2.5% stake in Bandai Namco. Sony said the 16 million share acquisition forms part of a broader strategic
Jesus,
partnership
that's
with
a
Bandai
lot of
Namco.
shares, and
And
that's
we'll
only
focus on
2.5%.
yeah, it's a big company.
Wow.
And we'll focus on expanding the fan community for IP such as anime and manga around the world and strengthening engagement. Sony said it has historically collaborated on various projects in the field, such as games, anime, and music
That
with
is a
Bandai
fucking
Namco.
Black Mage outfit.
Yeah, that looks like Vavy.
Yeah.
And plans to extend this collaboration to a broader range of areas. While not explicitly addressed in the announcement, gaming forms a substantial part of both companies, and it's hard to imagine a world where From Software's gargantuan Elden Ring, which Namco Bandai publishes, isn't expanded further. After all, Sony is already the largest shareholder in FromSoft's parent company, Katakawa, and an Elden Ring movie is already in development.
Oh, that's right. There is one, isn't there?
Yeah. So Sony continues to knock on Elden Ring and FromSoft's door and all things surrounding it. They're just
What do you
like,
think
hey,
the odds of that Elden Ring movie actually coming out are?
50-50.
Yeah.
I think... Do you remember who was helming it?
No.
I don't remember either. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Now, here's my next question. Assuming it does come out, what do you think the odds of it being good are?
50-50. Yeah, they're about as good of odds of the Zelda movie being good. 50-50.
So that's like mathematically or statistically speaking, that's like a 1 in 4 chance of it being good, basically. Like a 1 in 4 chance of it coming out and also being good.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is it?
Yeah.
I guess since
it's a 1 in 4 chance of it both coming out and being good.
But I guess being good, the prerequisite is that it comes out, so we have to assume that it does. So I don't know.
So I guess it's still 50%.
Yeah,
Math.
It's still 50. Man,
Math on a Friday at 9
is not
p.m.
my specialty.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Man, I hated this fight.
Yeah, this looks impossibly difficult, and I just don't have the masochistic tendencies anymore.
Honestly, that's my recollection of a lot of fucking.
This game is gorgeous, though.
It is
Good
gorgeous.
Lord.
It's my recollection of a lot of Elden Ring boss fights. I fucking hated this fight. Oh, I fucking hated this fight. This fight was cool, but I fucking hated it.
I love that game, though.
Yeah, great game, but
didn't play the DLC, and probably will never do so.
God, the DLC is brutal.
Brutal. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Okay, FromSoft, if you're out there listening,
chill out.
Make an Elden Ring 2, or even if you want to go back and do it to Elden Ring, make an easier mode for us people who really want to play your content but suck at your games.
I don't know how they would like retrofit an easy mode into a game that's already out.
All you have to do is just take less damage, man, from hits.
I guess
it's punishing because of when you get hit. That's the punishing part of the game.
I mean, that's the punishing part of most games.
Yeah, exactly.
They're real easy if you don't get hit.
But in those games, they have difficulty settings that make it more punishing or less punishing, you know? Like, if you play, like, insane mode in most games, you know, you're probably going to die in 2 to 3 hits.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm trying to remember how many of these NPCs I killed, and I feel like the answer was most of them. I definitely killed that motherfucker.
I don't know any of these people because I didn't play the DLC.
Oh, this isn't all DLC.
Oh, no?
Not all of it.
It should be. This is the review for...
Really? Well, they showed some footage of a guy from the base game, but the dude with the mask. That guy on the ground, though, he was cool. He helped me out. He helped me kill a boss that I spent like 50 fucking tries on.
Why would he do that? Why would you use your sword, bro? Just keep wrecking him with
stabbing
your
him in the
mage. He barely did any damage.
No, he was down. That was a critical strike.
It doesn't seem like he was like a fighter though. Like he had like no strength.
Yeah, but you still get extra damage if you. It's basically a free extra damage hit. Why not take it?
I'd rather just keep shooting him while he's down.
I mean, you could
probably get more damage out of it. God, this game's beautiful. Look at this game.
Yep.
It's not even technically strong. It's just artistically super strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that's always been their thing.
Yeah. Amazing.
Like even from the very first days in Kingsfield, it's always been about the artistry with them, which is part
I really
of the
want to replay this game.
Part of the reason why I like From Software so much, even if they fucking fuck me up with a bunch of these games.
I really want to replay.
It's a very abusive relationship. I keep going back.
Please give me an easier mode. I want to replay your game. It was so good.
Maybe I should replay Elden Ring and see if it's as hard on the second time through. Because I replayed Dark Souls 3 and it wasn't nearly as difficult the second time through, which felt really strange. But
when I took I played through the first time and beat it, which was my first Souls game that I've ever beat, and it was amazing. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And then I immediately started a new character and was doing really well. I was whooping ass. I was having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then I took like a 6-month break.
Oh yeah.
And then I came back and I was like, fuck this game.
Well, that was the thing, is because I did Dark Souls 3, and then it was like years before. Like I talked about it because I was doing that replay when we were doing the show. I talked about it in earlier episodes, and I had a way easier time with Dark Souls 3. Although that is after finishing Elden Ring, so
yeah, and that was the DLC.
Maybe I'd acclimated to Elden Ring and to its DLC and been like, oh no, Dark Souls 3 is definitely not as hard as this.
I don't know, man. Elden Ring's amazing.
It is.
All right, let's move on before I go back and try and play it again and kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready or Not is out on consoles, and it's already surpassed 1 million sales.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Combined with sales of its early access PC version, which released in December of 2023, the game has now shipped 10 million units sold.
Wow. Well done.
So apparently the boycott of the sensor changes didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, people like it.
Man, this is gorgeous.
Which is very strange to me too, because I'm just like,
this one's also got the haze that looks really good, like this sort of foggy haze. And
this is the downgraded version, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PC version looked so good before they downgraded it.
It's still weird to me that they did that. That's really bizarre.
I think people are assuming it was some sort of bug, like they did like a blanket update to everything when the console release came out, and then somehow the PC version got that visual change.
Do you think they'll roll that back?
I think so. I haven't read any updates on it, but it
just seems so weird that they would downgrade a game like that.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake, or maybe it wasn't a mistake. Maybe it was like just to make it easier on them to update all the different versions, and then the backlash happened, and they're like, "Oh, that was just a mistake."
Yeah.
We'll see though. But people are liking it anyway, so congratulations to them.
Yeah.
If you like SWAT 4, you'll like that game. I do wonder how differently it plays in multiplayer though, because like I don't know if you control the squads in multiplayer.
It's probably like Rainbow Six. You know, remember playing that on the N64 where you had the 2-man teams, and you would just have the guy, and then the other guy would follow you from behind.
True. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But in single player, you can command 2 squads of 4.
Mm. I mean, that's how I would do it, but what do I know?
I don't know.
This is a nice looking restaurant. I'd eat here.
It does look pretty nice. Those are big ass booths.
I bet they have. This looks like a place that would have really good hamburgers.
Let's not talk about food. I'm gonna get hungry real quick.
We're gonna end up having another like 45-minute long post show discussion about pizza that ends.
Yeah, how was that? Yeah, you messaged me about that already.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Yeah. It wasn't. I didn't like it as much as you seem to like it, but like I said, it fucking smelled so good.
It does.
My apartment smelled like amazing pizza. The pizza itself tasted just fine, but the smell was like, it was like the best pizza smell I've ever smelled. It was so good. It actually kind of made me a little bit disappointed when I bit into the pizza and it didn't taste as good as it smelled, but it was still fine, you know?
You know what that kind of reminds me of is like anytime I go to Wendy's.
Oh, yeah?
It smells so much better outside.
Yeah.
And then you eat the food and you're like, yeah, I mean, it was Wendy's.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it smells so good outside, you know?
Dude, I had Burger King for the first time in years the other day, and man, that was a flat hamburger.
I don't know what happened to them, man. It tastes like cardboard now. It's awful.
It was better than McDonald's, but like
that's a low bar.
Yeah, exactly. that's not exactly high praise.
Yeah, when I do fast food, I either do Arby's or I do Subway.
I do A&W.
Yeah.
They're pricey though. Good burger, but pricey. Yeah. Like a burger, fries, and a root beer is
okay, I'm getting hungry. We gotta stop.
Is like $15, which is way too much for a burger, fries, and root beer. Oh, but it is good root beer. That's why they sell that stuff in cans separately in supermarkets, because it's that good.
Yep.
They do
I'm not a
have.
root beer fan though, so
Oh, really? I love root beer, and for me,
yeah.
it's always been like a tie between A&W and Barks. It
Mm.
depends on what kind of root beer I'm in the mood for. If I'm in
Yeah,
the mood for something creamier, then it's going to be A&W. If I want something that has a sharper, like fizzier taste, I go for Barks.
I can't do root beer and I can't do Dr Pepper. It's
Oh
not.
wow! Well,
No.
you we're whenever we hang out, it's going to have to keep being at your place then, because
So that's all you got.
I'm not going to have much to serve you unless you want water, unless you want the city
I
water.
I drink a lot of water. I'll just bring this. I'll just bring this with me. That's funny. All right. So we have Mario Kart World up here because we have two pieces of Nintendo news.
Oh
to
yeah,
get
we
through.
haven't even started talking about what this is.
No.
talking
So
about pizza.
Nintendo Switch 2 is officially the fastest selling gaming hardware in U.S. history.
Yeah.
1.6 million units were sold during its launch last month. Sorry, during its launch month in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Spending on hardware was up a whopping 249% year over year thanks to the console's debut,
Yeah,
reaching $978 million and greatly surpassed the previous monthly record from June 2008 of $608 million. In total, the Switch 2 sold 1.6 million units in the US during its launch month, beating the PlayStation 4's previous sales record of 1.1 million units in November of 2013. Unshockingly, it was the best-selling console of the month, both in terms of units and dollar sales. Now, I have a problem with this because it's kind of true, but it's also kind of bullshit because this is kind of the first time a console manufacturer has ever made a lot more units for launch. You know, like most of the time they're sold out instantaneously.
Yeah.
And they are sold out for the next year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, they're constantly off the shelves. But if you go to a store right now, they're on the shelves now.
Yeah.
The rush has ended because they had enough supply to meet the demand.
They knew that it was going to fly off the shelves, and so they prepared accordingly.
Yeah.
People should take lessons from that, so that fucking scalpers don't. Which is great. We've talked about this before, but there have been stories about like scalpers or have units they can't sell because there's no fucking shortage of them. People are actually able to get them, and they're not paying like triple the MSRP on eBay.
Those poor scalpers that picked up 18 Switch 2s. Suck it, bitches. Nobody bought those because there was enough. So, you know, this is cool news for Nintendo, but it's also like, it's true, but it's also like, it's only true because they prepared.
This number or one comparable to it could have been reached had other companies prepared adequately.
Exactly. So it's like it's true, but it's kind of a fallacy.
But I mean, it also just speaks to the strength of actually preparing properly. Like they set that record because they were sure to make enough in advance and get them out there.
They also waited a long time to launch the Switch 2. You know, they waited longer than a typical generation, so because they didn't need to, right? Switch 2 was still, or Switch 1 was still dominating.
Yeah, so. Switch 1 was it only started to drop off in sales in like the last year.
Yeah,
and it was still selling really well.
Yep. So congrats to Nintendo, but actually, I still won't be picking one up.
I wonder if Nintendo has updated its unit sales. Let me check that out real quick. Because last I checked, it had, according to their investor relations, crossed 150 million units. I wonder if that's changed at all. Let's see here. Investor relations. Maybe I should go to their North American site. Here we go. Where do we have investor relations? Would that be under documents and policies? That sounds like something, maybe. Nope. How about Nintendo? I'm just vamping.
Was there a specific console that you were looking for?
Yeah, here we go. Investor relations. Let's
Switch
see.
Switch 1?
Yeah. let's see here. Hardware. There should be a.
Last update that I can find so far is 152 million.
Yep. Yep. That's what I'm seeing as well. 152 million units. So it is right on the heels of the DS.
Yeah, which was 154.02.
Yeah.
In similar Nintendo news, which is why I had the Mario Kart World footage up here. According to Circana, which is the formerly NDP group in the States, 82% of Switch 2 purchasers also picked up Mario Kart World.
Well, yeah, I mean, that. Wow, they've sold 1.3 billion software units for the Switch. That's crazy. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, that was the big game available, so it's not really a surprise. That's like saying 80% of them bought Breath of the Wild.
It's a lot of sales, though.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how many Breath of the Wild sales and Tears of the Kingdom sales actually occurred.
I assume it was pretty high because that was, Breath of the Wild was a launch title, and it was the big launch title. It wasn't a pack-in, but
no,
it almost doesn't need to be. Although those pack-in games always universally have like crazy high numbers, but of course they do. Like if you look at Wii Sports, it's something like 80 million units because it was the pack-in title for the Wii for the longest time. Or how Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt is one of the best-selling games on the NES because it was a pack-in title for a long time.
Oh, wait. So when the Nintendo Switch 1 launched, over 100% of new console owners that same month also purchased Breath of the Wild, which means that
some people bought it without biting the system. Yeah,
biting the system. Yeah, exactly.
Because they were like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get it, but I can't afford it right now. But I should get a copy of Zelda so they're not all sold out."
Or they bought more than one copy for some reason.
That I can't see why somebody would do that.
Could buy the limited edition to keep sealed, and then you buy a regular edition to play.
I guess.
For the hardcore crazy people.
Yeah.
Crazy, though. Crazy. The attachment rate for Switch 2 in France, it was over 95%. So, yeah, it's doing pretty well. 32% of Nintendo Switch 2 purchasers also purchased the Pro Controller, making it the best-selling accessory of the month in the US.
Well, yeah, I mean, how many other accessories are there?
Yeah, but 32% of people purchased the Pro Controller. That's pretty high.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not saying that's not the case, but it's like
best-selling accessory of the month. Yeah,
it's like, well, yeah, but it's the only accessory, so of course it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's lots of other accessories, but I wouldn't say that.
Well, are there? Is like is the webcam thing out?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they mean the best-selling accessory of the month. Period.
Oh,
like not just Nintendo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
All consoles, which is crazy. But I mean, it makes sense because all of a sudden everybody wants a Pro Controller. You know, it would be like if the PlayStation 4 came out and the best-selling accessory that month would probably be another controller.
Yeah.
You know, so makes sense.
Man, remember when they used to bundle two with them?
Yeah, now they cost so much that they'd have to raise the price by $50 just to have two controllers in them.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of more news articles here.
My Sega Genesis came with two controllers and a game. So did my Super Nintendo.
Well, there you go. This is an old video.
Yeah.
And that's because Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a sequel and an anime more than a decade after the original launched. The new video game is being developed by Dragami Games, successor to the original Katakawa games, which launched a remastered project, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, last year for PC and consoles. Don't really have anything more to say about it, but thought it was interesting because I know we've talked about it before.
Yeah, my sister really likes this game. I was just kind of like, yeah, okay, it's fine, I guess. It just didn't really, didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, it wasn't my bag either, but it's a noteworthy thing. We'll see if anything comes of it. And finally, Amazon MGM Studios
Yes, I
is
heard about
working,
this.
yeah, working with Machine Games to create a Wolfenstein TV series. Interesting. And it's from
Yeah.
the makers of the Fallout TV show.
Yeah, so there's a chance it might be good.
There's a chance that it might be good, although I'm not holding my breath, because this could go real wrong real quick. There is very few Nazi type games that have a comedic side, that are also really good action.
Hmm.
In fact, very few.
Yeah.
I would say the best comedic Nazi piece of media I've ever experienced was probably Jojo Rabbit. Did you ever see that?
Oh yeah, that with the where Hitler's is his imaginary
His
friend.
imaginary friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought you were going to
that's
say
a good.
Inglorious Bastards.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Well, I've been told that it's pretty violent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm in games, I don't really care, but in movies, that can bother me a little bit.
Oh
So,
yeah. Well, they carved
yeah,
swastikas into surviving Nazis' foreheads.
yeah, I
That's the
probably.
last. That's actually the last scene of the movie. Spoiler, is them
Mm,
carving a swastika into a guy. They made a
yeah.
deal. He'll give them information and they'll spare him, but they're still carving that swastika into his fucking head.
Mm, yeah. There's certain things that just can go overboard with me on in movies, and that's I absolutely hate and cannot stand sex scenes in movies, and TV shows, because to me they add absolutely no value whatsoever to the story or the content of the show. They're just there to get horny teenagers and horny people to watch the show because it's that sex sells, and I just don't give two shits about it.
I kind of agree with that. I would have agreed with that more in the days before absolutely everybody having high speed internet. But I see your point. It's also sometimes awkward if you're watching with family, like how
Or anybody really.
I watch Game of Thrones with my mom.
Yeah, like
There's
those,
a lot of sex scenes in that.
That's just awkward, right?
But
It's just
also, like, my mom's a doctor, so it's just like, yeah, whatever. It's sex. People have sex. It's where babies come from. She's very.
And I understand
very
that, and I
matter of
get
fact
that.
about it. So it's a little bit different for me having a doctor at the family.
Yeah, it's different, and I just think that you can get the same effect by fading to black. What's the word? Not insisting. What the hell's the word?
I
alluding to what they're doing,
Yeah.
with a fade, with a tasteful fade to black. It's
Yeah.
like, we get it. They're doing the damn thing. You don't have to show me the gratuitous nature of it. It doesn't add anything to the story. It doesn't add anything to it to me. You can fade to black, and I get the idea. It's totally cool.
I also don't feel like it adds much, but it doesn't bother me because,
Yeah.
I mean, people have sex. It's a thing that people do.
I just don't need to see it. That's all.
Yeah, I can
I'm
understand
not a prude or anything. I just
yeah.
when I watch an epic story of drama and nations fighting and action and betrayal and all that kind of stuff, that's all cool and that's all important and that's all additive to the story. I don't need this random scene in there where they're doing it doggy style. I just don't
It is
give two
kind of
shits.
weird when you put it like that. It's like, oh, here's this huge big political drama that has
Yeah.
all these characters involved, and then you focus so much on these two characters doing this thing that's just for
Yeah.
them. Like I get it in one point because, like, hey, people want to take a break from the world ending stuff and maybe get it on, but also like if what you're really interested in is the story, like the overall story, then
Yeah.
you're like, come on, move the plot along.
This scene does nothing for me other than show me that these two characters are that they mean a lot to each other, and you can
the
get
scene
that
of
across.
the KKK guy stuck in the Nazi guy. That's the scene.
Yeah.
I can honestly, I can see your point.
Yeah,
I don't fully
the
agree with
dialogue
it,
gets it across,
but
not the
I see your
visual of
point.
them having sex.
Yeah.
So I just can't stand it. And then on the other hand, the other thing I can't stand is violence beyond a certain point.
Yeah.
I think the most famous example of that was that famous scene from The Walking Dead with Glenn.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty brutal.
like I got nauseous watching that, and I was like, how is this a thing? Like, how is
Yeah,
this?
with like the top of his head caved in. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
gross.
and it wasn't even that made me nauseous. It was he was like
Yeah, oh
over
yeah.
and over and over and over, and I'm like, okay, his head must be mush.
Yeah.
Like before I even saw it, like I'm like I was getting nauseous. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like what is this? If the purpose of this is for me to hate him, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
But then you go ahead and they go on to the rest of the series, and now he's supposed to be like this sympathetic figure,
Yeah.
and he gets his own fucking show,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who wants to watch this fucking asshole?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit just drives me nuts. So it's like certain levels of violence and
Did you
gratuity
ever
like
see
that. Yeah.
127 Hours?
No.
No. That
No.
I don't get nauseous at gore and stuff in movies, but that one did it for me because it's the true story of the real guy who cut his arm off with the pocket
Yeah, that'd
knife,
be nasty.
and they show like the whole thing. It's not even
no.
that like it's not even like super gory or anything. It's just very like matter of fact.
Gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's like spraying blood. Like it's not like Kill Bill or something. But I almost wish it was, because then it would at least be like silly. It's not. It's not over the top or anything. It's just like, nope. This is just what it would look like if you do this, and that realism is what made it that was the worst part, because it's like, oh god, if this was a Mortal Kombat fatality, I'd be fine with it because it'd be silly.
Yeah, exactly,
It'd be
right?
cartoonish.
Like that shit's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Like watching the Mortal Kombat movie was hilarious.
Yeah, like Johnny Cage like tearing a hole open in somebody and then, forcing it open and going, "Here's Johnny." It's so
taking a selfie through his brain,
it's
like,
so silly.
That's funny. But it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, but the fucking the 127 hours scene is just that's the only time in my adult life that I could think of where I was like, oh god, no, god, and like covering my eyes. It was just
yeah. So
Great
you can
movie.
imagine,
great movie, but
yeah. So you can imagine, based on those two things that I hate, that Game of Thrones was not something that I watched.
yeah, Game of
That's
Thrones,
just-
yeah,
It had both those things,
yeah,
in spades. So I was just
yeah.
like,
Inglourious Bastards definitely has it also has scalping of the Nazis.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah, and they
I
show
can't
that
do it.
too.
No, I have watched gory stuff before. Have you ever seen Upgrade?
No.
Highly recommend that movie.
Oh yeah.
It's basically just about a dude that gets paralyzed, and this company offers him a
Robolegs.
basically a microchip that goes onto his spinal cord and
Communicates with his legs for him.
yeah. So now all of a sudden he can move
that's
again.
a real thing that they've been trying to crack.
But in this movie, the AI talks to him, starts talking to him, and takes him over, and he does some like just brutal shit to people.
I was gonna say, this sounds like The Surge.
Yeah.
Remember how that game had that really strong intro where he's on the train and you're like,
oh, it's so good.
It's just a dude sitting on a train, and then he starts sliding, and you're like, what? And then like he rolls out on the wheelchair, and you're like, oh, that was really good camera framing. That was really cool. And then the game is like,
The game was basically just a generic Souls-like with mech combat. Yeah. And then the sequel was more of the same.
I heard that the sequel was better.
I played a little bit of both, and the first one was more interesting to me, which is saying something. Yeah. Upgrade, there's some crazy gore. And that's about the limit. So if you watch Upgrade, you'll find out what my limit is.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, anyway. We'll see how the Wolfenstein show turns out. It's obviously probably 2 or 3 years away at least.
Oh yeah. I mean,
so
they're also doing that fucking the Warhammer show, and that still hasn't. We haven't seen anything of that yet. So
it's so funny how like every TV show is like being pulled from nerd culture now.
Yeah. Well, and everything is announced way in advance. It's like how video games used to be, where you know about a game and it's like, oh, it's 5 years away from coming out.
Here's a title screen.
Yeah.
See you in a decade.
Hey, we've just started working on Elder Scrolls 6, that game that we announced 5 years ago.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the news. And you know what time it is?
Screenshot scoop.
Screen's got go. I kind of do that on purpose at this point, but also not.
Sometimes it's easier to just lean into it.
Yep. I just don't care anymore.
Ooh, is this a police academy? Get the guy doing the sound effects.
I think it's Resident Evil 2 remake. Isn't it?
Oh, that takes place at night.
I think it's still at night. I think those are just street lights coming in from outside.
Maybe. Try it.
Because it looks gorgeous.
It does.
Oh, it could be Payday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Resident Evil.
Yeah, let's try Resident Evil 2.
Does it have a 2 remake or is it just 2?
I think it's just 2.
22.
Oh god. Nope.
80%. Oh, it's The Division.
Oh.
Which one though?
Just go for the first one and then see. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Good game. I tried to play the second one and I just didn't care. I don't know why. But the first game was really good.
Oh,
Looks familiar.
I should know this, but I don't. But it does
looks like another Zelda-like.
Yeah.
It's not though, because it's too pixely. Like, look at that. The fuck is that?
Yeah, but that just might be an art style choice.
I have no guesses yet.
Neither do I.
Oh, unless this is like a DS Animal Crossing, maybe. No, it can't be.
No. Oh god. This looks like the Wandering Town.
Yeah, it's not though.
It's not, but it looks like it.
No. I mean, maybe it is. I don't think so though.
You could just try and see if it's in there.
Nope.
No.
I don't know. It looks familiar, but I don't know.
Oh, it looks like everything else that's doing that. All the HD 2D stuff and.
Like, there's something right here, and I'm trying to figure out what that is, but I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If I had played this would be one of those things that I'd recognize right away, because it's a pretty distinct-looking critter. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
No,
not something that I've played. Oh, God.
Fight, switch,
it's so much UI. Oh.
No, I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I have no idea. I still don't know what this is.
No.
I don't think I've even seen this before.
Oh, it's like a Pokemon. Like, oh, is this shit? What's the one called? Tamatonga? Tongaloa?
I don't know.
Tama. Fuck, I know this one. Fuck, it starts with a T. It's the Pokemon it's like ta 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 ta.
Okay. Fuck it, I don't know.
Jesus. I don't know, maybe it's not. There's a lot of. No, I don't think it is.
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, no, it's not. Cassette Beasts. I have heard of that game, though.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. I think I may have played it. I think it's on Game Pass.
Really? Oops. So you think you may have played it, but you see the Pokemon and the tape cassette, and it didn't.
Well, by played it, I mean I may have put it in for 30 minutes and then put it down, because I've gone through every game on Game Pass for at least like 10 minutes.
I guess, but I feel like a game that's called Cassette Beasts and has the beasts and the cassette in the video footage should ring a bell.
I don't know, man. There's 350 games on Game Pass. I don't know. That's a lot of games.
Fuck. This is.
It's not enough.
Yeah. I still don't know, man.
Green Fire. This looks familiar. Oh. No, we've had Veilguard before, right?
I think so.
Well, I'll guess it anyway, but I'm pretty sure we've had Veilguard. No. Oh, PS2.
I know what this is. This is God Hand.
Is it?
Yeah. Fuck
Nice.
you, IGN. 3 my ass.
Spanking.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, what is happening?
Yeah, button mash. And then he spanks her so hard
Chain yanker.
that she goes flying.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is Clover. That's right.
Yeah. You can also punch a dude in the balls, and it makes a wrestling ding sound when you do that.
They did that in No Mercy on the 64.
Yeah, and in WCW NWO,
So
also
funny.
on the 64.
This is a Kirby game for sure, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Is it Kirby Epic Yarn?
No, because everything's not made of yarn.
It could be Paper Mario too.
Try Kirby Star Allies.
No.
Oh, it's not even a Kirby game. Well, fuck me then. I
think this might be was it the Origami King? The Paper Mario one.
I mean, you can try Paper Mario Origami King and see if that's what it is.
No.
Oh, but it's definitely a Mario game. Super Mario 3D World?
No, it's Mario Kart 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I recognize that because that's my favorite level in Mario Kart 8. It's got the best music. Yeah. So this must be from... I don't know what level it is.
Yeah.
We should have known from the fucking...
Oh, yeah. Now it seems obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
I wonder, is that like an Animal Crossing course or something? Because those look like Animal Crossing trees.
It could be.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not modern. It's probably PS3.
It looks kind of familiar, but
it does.
Like I can't put my finger on what it is.
It is very brown, so I'm thinking PS3 era. But I don't know anymore. It does look very familiar though. 80%. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, neither do I. Could this be like Fable 2 or something?
With an 80? I think it would get higher than that, no?
But you know how it is.
I'll try it.
Peter Molyneux promises the world and only delivers on half.
I was right on the era.
Yeah. Okay, so it's multi-platform. That thing looks like it's got a penis right there. With a really dark head.
Okay.
I mean, tell me you don't see it.
I think that's its arm.
Yeah, which is why it's kind of freaking me out.
I have no idea. This almost looks like a Jet Force Gemini remake.
It looks like a bug with a dick hand took a giant yellow radioactive shit. I mean, tell me that's not what it looks like.
Could this be one of the Earth Defense games?
Maybe.
Did they go back that far?
Try it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Earth Defense Force. I don't know fucking which one it could be, but
just do the first one. No, it's not.
No.
Action role play.
Well, it's definitely on the 360. That's for sure.
Oh, there's a character there. See him? He's got a bow.
No, it couldn't be cameo Elements of Power because that wasn't on PS3.
What the hell is this? An action RPG. Oh, Kingdoms of Amalur?
Was it that colorful?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Like a glove. Yeah. I played the beginning of that game probably 80 times trying to get into it, and I just couldn't. Just couldn't do it. Got great reviews though. Well, that's a very black and is this Assassin's Creed Shadows in the black and white mode? Because that looks like a Japanese awning thing.
Maybe try it.
if I get that from this.
And if that isn't it, try Ghost of Tsushima in its black and white mode.
Oh, I don't think they have.
All right, so try
in
Tsushima. No.
Oh, 71. Definitely not it. Oh, it's the side-scrolling one. It didn't do well. 71's pretty high for it though. Shit, what was it called? I can't remember.
A black and white side-scrolling game?
Yeah, it was like Ghost of Yota. No, it wasn't Ghost of something. It was like. Let me see more. Yeah. It's what I'm thinking of. It was a black and white side-scrolling samurai game.
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe it's not.
Yeah, I have no idea what this could be. I don't think I've ever seen
it is.
this.
It is. It is. It's the one I'm thinking of. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. What is this game?
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
It wasn't good. Which is why I'm kind of surprised it is a 71. It starts with a Y. I don't know. I'm gonna skip it. I feel like I know what it is. Trek to Yomi. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I knew there was a Y in it. I'm like something to something. Yeah. Couldn't get it. But I mean, my brain kind of filters out bad games, so that's the tougher part of that. Ooh, that's ugly.
I think it's old.
Yeah. This looks like PlayStation 1.
Yeah, PS1 or DS or...
Yeah, with like a 2D...
Maybe like a software rendered PC game.
Yeah. Like it looks... Oh, could it be like Ultima? An Ultima game?
No, that's not what they look like.
Okay, that's a pre-rendered background for sure, and it looks like that's probably a character. 82% though.
Yeah.
No idea so far.
I'm getting PC game vibes off this one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, PS1. So we were right.
Oh.
Is this the Breath of the Wild game?
No. Fucking, I think this might be Suikoden 2. It's a K. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Hey. Yeah.
Nice catch. Yeah. I want to play it, but I feel like I wouldn't finish it.
Come on.
We'll see. It's on my list still.
Yeah.
It's just, everything to play. Holy shit, we're way up here still.
Yet another cliffside. That looks like the top of some kind of futuristic building.
Yeah, this once again looks like a PS2, PS3 era game, because that's pretty ugly, but I don't recognize this at all.
Yeah, neither do I.
93? Oh, is this KOTOR 2?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is Knights of the Old Republic.
Pretty sure it's 2.
Sure. No, it's the first one.
Wow. Cool. Wonder if we'll ever get that remake. No.
Good game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is helpful.
Is this black and white?
No, black and white doesn't look this good. That's a really...
I just remember that curve in the game, if you went high enough, you had the global curve.
I mean, it kind of makes me think of From Dust, but From Dust looks better than this. Okay, well,
93. What the fuck?
Oh, is this El Shaddai?
I've never heard of this game.
Try
How do you
it.
spell that?
EL space. Yeah, there you go. No,
nope.
Damn it.
Switch exclusive.
Oh.
Is this Hyrule Warriors? No, that was on Wii U.
But there was Age of Calamity, Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. Did we have that one already though? I don't know if we did. Yeah, try it. Age of Calamity. Nope.
It's neither. Oh, it's Smash Brothers.
Oh.
Ultimate.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't recognize this from.
Yeah.
That must have been from the single player mode.
I guess.
Like one of the challenge maps.
I guess.
That would have not given away it at all.
Really?
Oh, that
Mario
one
kicking Sonic in the face.
Yeah, some of these early ones are funny.
Yeah.
Ah, GoldenEye.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's an iconic level.
Yep. You got to take a fucking photograph of that screen.
Wow, look how bad that looks.
Yeah, that's captured through an emulator. That's not how that's supposed to look. There's the statue park. There's where you get out of the place after you've
plane.
Detonated the explosives.
Ooh. No idea.
Yeah, not picking up whatever they're putting down.
Oh, it's a Back to the Future game.
No, it's Hotline Miami.
Oh, really? With a tribute to the DeLorean in there.
Well, yeah, that whole game is 80s as fuck. 80s like psychedelic kind of shit.
I remember being very difficult, so I didn't play much of it.
Now this one, I feel like I should know this, but I'm not. It's not coming to me. Jesus
92.
Christ! Tekken 4.
Really? No. 360 PS3.
Wow. Okay. I was thinking that was one of the PS2 Tekkens.
I have no. How could this be a 93 on 360 PS3 and I have no clue what it is so far?
Yeah.
Legitimately no idea. So
the
far.
Dr. Acula cape. Predictable joke.
No idea what this is.
Yeah.
A music game?
What?
A rock band?
Rock Band or Guitar Hero? Maybe try Guitar Hero 3.
No.
Then it's definitely Rock Band. That's the fucking Rock Band controller.
Rock Band 2? I don't fucking know.
No, Rock Band 1. Just Rock Band. There you go.
Okay,
yeah.
there we go. Weird.
Yeah.
That got a 92? That's crazy.
People love those games. Remember how huge they were?
Yeah. And now there's 70 metric tons of plastic sitting in a garbage dump somewhere.
Yep. That's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.
Wow. I can't believe you got that from that. Oh, because he's balancing on a rail.
Yeah.
Didn't even see that. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's the downhill jam level.
Oh, this is a Mario game?
Yeah, it makes me think of Buck Bumble, but it looks better.
I think it's Mario Galaxy. Probably one because...
Probably. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Pretty sad that I can tell that from a fucking flower garden, but I have problems. I have fucking problems, bro.
That's just the fucking box art from the game.
I know. These early ones are kind of a joke.
Is that Return of the Obra Dinn?
Yeah, that's it. I tried to play that. That game's fucking hard, though.
I got that on art style alone, which tells you how fucking strong it is in that game.
Yeah. Did you ever play it?
No, I didn't. That's the thing.
It's a weird, difficult game.
I meant to, but I just never got around to it. But that shows you the strength of an art style. That I could get that for a game I've never played. I don't know. Is that like launch Fortnite?
Yeah, it kind of has a Fortnite
when
vibe
it was
to
still. That was a fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks like Fortnite today.
Yeah,
so it's kind of hard to.
Well, I was gonna say, is that like Fortnite when it was actually a building game and not a battle royale game?
It's God of War.
Oh,
I think it's got to be the first one.
There you go. Man, we've been doing pretty good on these. I think this is the most, like, first screenshot guesses we've ever done. Makes up for that disgraceful performance of where we had no fucking idea what the game was called and just skipped everything.
Yeah, we did pretty well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 55. If you want to follow me on the socials, I am at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
And I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
If you want to email us, you can do so at Poda.
You can do it. We're almost at the end, man.
You can email us at co.up.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description. We'll see you next week. Now get back to gaming.
I'm going to try this new feature. Boop. Nobody's going to know what I just did except for you.